What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, we got a lot to talk about tonight, but man, got a little question for y'all. First and foremost, man, let me make sure this is all right. Let me make sure this is working pretty well. I got just one thing to say. Who's ready for that Carolina Panthers playoff run? Man, shout out to the Carolina Panthers, man, getting that big win today against the Rams. Keep bounding. Hey, it's been what they say, can't beat them, join them. Nah, I'm just joking there, but hey, this is what happens, man. When you see an organization, man, the Panthers are about to break their little playoff drought they had going on. They playing with a little bit of a lightning this year, lightning in a bottle. Some of the Falcons ain't been able to get in years, man. So hey, when listen, when you can't even beat the Jets, man, it puts things in a whole new perspective. I'm telling you. And he was able to get us off his back for one little week. 1 week during Thanksgiving, he was able to eat his turkey in peace. But man, once he got on that bullshit again, now you see the fire's under him. And man, I'm gonna be honest. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I saw a report. Shout out to. I want to give credit where credit is due. I want to give credit to Jake at Uncovered NFL and the post he put out on Instagram. Quote: with Atlanta Falcons head coach Raheem Morris now coaching for his job on a week by week basis, the general consensus around the league is that today's loss versus Tyrod Taylor and the Jets will be seen as the quote nail in the coffin in terms of his employment. There's a small chance the ownership group might wait until the end of the season, but let me see. Right. Sorry for the interruption. There's a small chance that the ownership group might wait until the end of the season. But with the team losing 6 of 7 games, sitting at 4-8 and seen as one of the biggest disappointments in the NFL this season, pulling the plug sooner than later seems like the more likely route per source. Now, listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. When we lost this game today, man, it wasn't like this game and how it was going was impressing me from the get-go. Because, once again, we had so many, we had, just like in a lot of other games this season, opportunities to pull away with this game. And I'm going to be honest, this is how bad you know this loss was. Because beating the Jets ain't nothing to be proud of. It's not. But it's something you just go out and do. Man, I said this. It ain't going to be that the Jets won this game. I'll give credit to the Jets. Yeah, they got themselves a nice little win with Tyrod Taylor. You know, got for the few fans that went out there, really for both teams, but especially for the Jets, the ones that went out there, man, that was a very ugly ball game. I'm shocked that it was as high scoring as it was. I definitely thought this was on its way to being one of those low scoring ball games. So, I'll give a shout out and credit to the Jets where credit is due. That, in the end, they didn't squander this game like the Falcons did, even though for the longest time, man, it looked like neither team really wanted to win. It didn't look like either team was really interested in winning, especially at the end. It only was until the end that the Jets were able to put through that long field goal to win the game. But I'll give credit where credit is due, man. Yeah, the Jets were able to stick around, but that's because the Falcons let them stick around, just as has been the case in so many games this season. The Falcons let the Jets stick around. It's not even necessarily the fact that the Jets won this game, but more so the Falcons lost this game. They played incomplete game in every aspect. You look at the offensive side of the ball. absolutely dominated in the box score compared to the Jets. Bijan had another game where he nearly had 200 yards total from scrimmage. Kirk, all things considered, did not play a bad game. Sure, he didn't come through when you needed him most, but he didn't play a bad game. It's not like Kirk Cousins cost us this game. Kyle Pitts had a pretty good game. It wasn't like, man, yeah, the Jets, they won a couple of those battles in the trenches, but it's not necessarily like the Falcons offense just imploded at the end of the game. Man, we did our part on offense. We went out there, we scored 24 points, and in those conditions, man, you would think that'd be enough to win with, how our defense has been playing. Now, defense did blow up towards the end, man. You had that one drive where really all you had to do was just get them off the field and get the ball back to the offense to close out the game. They'd been running the football great all day. And it was pointed out to me there were like 5 third downs, and our defense was able to get them off the field on 0 of them. We let the Jets convert 5 third downs on that one drive late in the fourth quarter where they scored the touchdown to tie it up. That's not a winning formula. That's not consistency. But I'm not even, it's hard to even be mad at the defense because, man, and how shitty this year has been, the defense has really been only one of the, bright spots, and especially the pass rush. Pierce had another solid game. Leonard Floyd had a sack. Sure, we didn't have, 6 sacks like we've had in some games, but, man, we at the end of the day, man, it was just the fact that in the end, it looked like the players didn't give a shit. What the aspect of the game we really lost, and it ended up costing us. I said this before the game in my preview video. It's going to be special teams. If you gotta win these field position battles. It's going to be very, very important to win these field position battles. We had a missed field goal today. Now, granted, those ugly conditions, I'm not going to be too hard on Gonzalez for that. He made up for it when he went out there, and he made the one later on. So I ain't going to be too hard on him. He redeemed himself. But you got to win field position. And when you let the Jets come out and you give up an 85-yard return to them on a kickoff, and I don't care if you hold them to 1 point, that's still inexcusable. When you come out and you muff a fucking punt inside the 5-yard line that you shouldn't even be trying to mess with to begin with, that's a recipe for disaster. So, quite frankly, it was another game where stupid fucking mistakes cost the Falcons. We did have some key drops in the fourth quarter. That one, I think, by David Sills on one. I think it was maybe the final drive of the game where we had a chance to go down and, get in position for a game winner. I mean, it's just things don't come together, man. This isn't a good team. Like, that's just where we are. Listen, I would love to be mad about this game because if I was mad about this loss, that means that we were playing for something coming into today. Listen, it's not the fact that if we would have won today, we were going to be back in the race for the division. Because, as I said, Carolina Panthers getting ready to go on a little playoff run. And Tampa won today, too. It isn't like we came into this game, if we win, we're tied for first or win first or anything like that. It wasn't that. You just wanted to get a win to keep, you want to keep things a little interesting. I mean, you look, what are we tanking for? We tanking to get our coach fired? That's sure as hell what it's looking like at this point. Because that's really the only purpose, is getting our coach fired. Now, based off that report, maybe it's worked, or maybe it's going to take a little more convincing. Maybe it's going to take a few more tough losses for Mr. Blank to finally go ahead and move off this motherfucker. But, man, I really gotta, beg the question, essentially. Who is actually angry and ready for something to change? Who's ready to actually make the change? Because man, it's past the point of being disappointed. We were disappointed in this team after losing to San Francisco, losing to Miami, when we kind of just found out what they were going to be. I'm kind of even past the point of being mad. I was mad after the Indy loss. I was mad after the Carolina loss when we got swept by them. Who's just ready for something to change? Who's ready to get this motherfucker up out of here? That's my question. Because the longer and longer you keep Raheem Morris here, I don't even care if at this point Raheem Morris is the freaking doormat that you just rub your dirty ass feet and shoes on. The longer you keep this dude here, the longer you continue to disrespect the intelligence of the fans, and especially those people that have an investment in the team. Man, listen, I'm going to be at the game next Sunday versus Seattle. We're going to get fucking smoked versus them. You see what they doing to that rookie right now? Man, don't be shocked if they make Kirk Cousins look just like him next week. Because now there's a little bit of film. Man, McDonald's gonna want to come in here just like he did last year. He's gonna want to tear us apart. I'm warning y'all right now. Because the Falcons, they messed up. They messed up. We hired the wrong guy. Forget Belichick for a second. Forget Harbaugh for a second. Hell, even forget Ben Johnson for a second. We could have hired Mike Vrabel. And we didn't want to hire Mike Vrabel because he would have brought in Arthur Smith as his offensive coordinator. We could have hired McDonald, and I don't know why in the hell we didn't. Because you see what he's doing in Seattle right now. They decided to go, out of all those candidates you could have had, they decided to go, you could have even fucking had Dave Canales, and you didn't even give him an interview, I think. You decided to hire the motherfucker that you knew was a goddamn clown show. You knew this motherfucker wasn't going to get the most out of this team. Why'd you even fire Arthur Smith if you were going to bring this motherfucker in? Did you not have a fucking plan? Why'd you even get the reason we got rid of Arthur Smith is because he wasn't getting the most out of these players. He wasn't getting the most out of Drake London. He wasn't getting the most out of Pitts. He wasn't getting the most out of Bijan. He wasn't using them properly. So you bring this motherfucker in, you let him assemble a staff, and you go, now we're going to start using these guys properly. Yeah, the numbers have gone up, but are they still being utilized to their fullest potential each and every week? Because, listen, I'm looking at a JSN right now. I'm looking at a Jahmyr Gibbs right now. I'm looking at how those guys are performing. And I'm going, man, it's really not clicking like how it should be. When you look at guys like Bijan's talent, you look at a Drake London's talent. Hell, you even look at a Mooney's talent, a Kyle Pitts' talent. And man, I'm going to tell y'all what pisses me off so much about Kyle Pitts for a moment. Is the fact that he can have a game like today where he comes out and he shows us what he could be. He shows us he shows us that he can get down and dirty, especially in the inclement weather. He can use that body to truck guys forward. He can beat you up. But then he'll come out the next week and he'll play softer than a fucking marshmallow. And it fucking amazes me. That's the issue with Kyle Pitts. That's still why. Look, yeah, I like the I like the game that he had today. Was a big fan of it. Love to see him running guys over. But where has it been all season when I knew he could have been playing this way the entire time? Where's it been? Where's the effort been? When Penix put some of those balls right on his chest, Kirk put some of those balls right on his chest last week. He couldn't haul them in. Where the fuck has it been? The one thing I will say is, man, it does finally feel like the offense is starting to look more like how it should look. We are seeing more play action. We're seeing more of those passes out of the backfield, those screen passes to wide receivers that are working. We're not seeing them living pistol all the time. We're actually seeing diversity in the play calling. But even still, where's the over-the-middle stuff? I mean, you saw it maybe, what, 1 or 2 times today? I think they said, I mean, you saw a couple of slants. But especially when it mattered most. Why the hell were you going deep? Why the hell were you looking for a deep shot and throwing deep balls to guys like fucking Drummond and Tompkins? The guys that ain't even worth a lick in that aspect yet. They just happy to be smelling the NFL air. What? Because they ran a 4-3? That's why you're throwing them a deep ball? And they can't get, and they ran a 4-3 and they can't be physical, get those balls worth of crap? See, that's what pisses me off, man. It really does with this team. It pisses me off that we see this so many freaking times. And look, I'm really about tired of seeing it. I am. I can understand more and more why people aren't watching this team the rest of the year. I really can. Man, I'm not even looking forward to those. Man, we got 5 games left. 2 of them are in prime time. I'm not looking forward to us being in prime time. Having to sit back and watch this team for 3 hours, shit down their pants against the Rams at home. I ain't looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to us. I mean, it wouldn't even shock me actually if they did find a way to win one of those games, just to really stick it to us about what this shit could have been. It'll just make us even more pissed off. So, man, listen, at the end of the day, man, I didn't want to get pissed off, but I got talking about this team and it got me pissed off. I want Raheem. I've been wanting Raheem fired. Wanted him fired after the loss to Carolina a couple weeks ago. The Saints game got everyone off his back for a little bit. He got to eat his Thanksgiving in peace. Man, listen, they said that he grew up close to the stadium where they were playing today. Man, if we actually had smart people run this team, we would have Arthur Blank would have basically just paid for him a nice little limo ride back to his childhood home, and just left his ass there. And we'll send you a shit within 2 to 3 business days. Don't worry, I got you. That's what Arthur Blank would have really have done if he actually gave a shit and he was actually serious about this stuff, man. God, man, hey, I want to hear, but I want to hear what y'all think. I do. Do I think that they're going to fire him tomorrow? Man, I think they should have been fired him. I think at this point, man, he's already overstayed his welcome. But, man, look at it right now, man. See how it's going to fucking light us up next week up in here. And y'all, man, we don't win again. And the only time we've won against Seattle in Atlanta recently is in the fucking playoffs. And we sure as hell ain't going there this year. God. I'm trying to see. Man, hey, I'm trying to look for some news. Alright. One tweet here. Morris knows he's done. Man, look. I think and I think that's the thing. I think the sad thing is, man, Raheem, honestly, I even think himself kind of knows. Man, you can tell when a motherfucker is overwhelmed at his job. You can tell when someone ain't cut out for it, and by his body language. And Raheem ain't cut out for this job. Dirty, what up, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
I said I wasn't gonna rant, but I started ranting, man. I'm kind of glad you hopped up in here.
Yeah, I was giving you time, but boy, hey, I
you,
can hear it in your voice, but you is exhausted.
hey, you had to come in here and stop me because I was just man. Ooh, man, I'm so ready for this dude's head to be cut off from the organization. But is it gonna happen tomorrow, man? I don't know.
No, I don't think they're gonna get rid of Terry or Raheem
You don't think they go?
because of what the blowback will be.
So hold on. You said because of the blowback?
Yeah, for the team,
How come, man?
a new head. Go ahead.
Everyone want him gone. So why would you
Yeah,
say that? Everyone wants Raheem gone. Everyone wants Terry gone.
well, I'm looking at it from the business aspect, from the franchises aspect. Um, I just don't see um getting rid of a head coach and a offensive coordinator at the same time, and possibly a special teams coordinator also.
Okay.
The only way that'll make sense is if they have somebody in mind that has those connections, to hire those guys and bring them in. And then what happens is, if that happens, who's going to say that the head coach and the offense coordinator wants to work with Penix?
Well, hold on now. Okay. All right. Let's just let let me pause. Well, you did pause right there. You talk about from a business aspect. Listen,
Right.
if you keep this motherfucker around, man, you just lost to the Jets, man. Man, listen. It's one thing to lose to the Patriots and go, oh man, that's just they've been a really good team this year. We never beat the Patriots. One thing to lose to the Colts, oh they've been one of the best teams this year. Hell, it's even one thing to lose to Carolina because man, Carolina's playing some good ball right now. Just say we'll get it, we'll get him next year. Man, this is the worst. This has been consistently the fucking butt of the NFL, and yeah, you're right there with them. But this has been one of the most laughable franchises in sports, and you lost to them today. So now, what can you say? You lost to the Jets, and don't even go and try to put it on injuries now. You can't do that because Penix is about to be out most of next year, and you said, man, another coach may not want to work with Penix. He may want to bring his own guy in, and guess what? We got to live with that. Penix is this regime's guy. You might get a new GM, a new coach up in here. They may want their guys. That's all right. You got to let them do their thing. But I would say, man, if you keep these motherfuckers around next year, ooh, it's just imagine how empty that stadium's gonna be. You gonna have three seats on both sides. It's just gonna be they're gonna just be empty.
That's true.
So,
But here's the thing: this is a franchise. This is not a college team. This is not a high school team. They don't have alumni that donate money to the Falcons. They have investors. Not Mr. Blank is not running this thing by himself.
all right, hold on. I understand that, and that's why. I kind of earlier when I was reading that post, I said the ownership group. We know
Right.
Mr. Blank's the head guy, but what you saying some of these minority ain't you saying some of these minority owners also are gonna have a say?
No, well, you still want your investors to feel hope.
Okay,
If you tear it down now with all of the money that been spent on players, and you just come and say, well, we can't win with these because we're going to start over with a new head coach, new offensive coordinator. Some people saying burn it down.
Well, all right,
How
let
are
me
you going
ask
to
you
sell
one
that? How are you going
question.
to sell that to an investor?
Well, now I'm also ask you this: 2026, Raheem's still here, Terry's still here. What's your pitch for why we're going to be good this season? Michael Penix is going to be out most of the year. Kirk Cousins, you're either keeping him with a big cap hit or you're getting rid of him, and it's going to be a whole new quarterback room to start this year. What's your pitch to why this year's going to be a different year? With Algier and Pitts most likely gone, why is this year going to finally be the year?
You can't pitch them that next year
Okay, so
because they're going
so
to talk
so so
about the
why am I
injury to
keeping the
Penix.
so why am I keeping Raheem and Terry for next year? If I can't pitch, why they should, but why they couldn't? Because man, this season's a wash. So
Oh yeah,
we got these 5 games left, and I just saw this motherfucker say we're gonna try to win these 5 games. I mean, no. Have you been trying to win every damn game this season? Because I can't tell. What makes me think the final 5 are going to be different? What, their records? You going to get up and play Seattle. You going to play another tough game against Seattle next week. You're going to fall to them in the end by a touchdown and then say, oh, we'll go play Tampa on a Thursday night. We'll get them there. Man, that's got to be. Stop telling me that, because I'm tired, and I know you're tired. You're tired of hearing that crap of just false prophecy. You're tired of being told we just got it. We just got to get back at it. Yeah, it might be true, but I'm tired of hearing it, especially out of this dude's mouth. So please tell me why this dude deserves another year. Because man, listen, this was one of those games. If he won it, man, even if he would have won, if they would have won today, it's not like we'd be coming on here real impressed. You just beat the Jets.
oh no,
That goes to show you how bad this loss was. Because man, listen, you ain't impressed by it. You ain't impressed if we win. The only way it moves the needle, I truly think majorly, is if you lose. And the thing is, man, this wasn't just this wasn't a new low. This was just an add-on. It was another layer that was added
right?
today under
Yeah, that's
Raheem.
all it was.
So
It would have made next week a relevant game.
yeah,
That's all today would have done.
and man, are you seeing what Seattle did right now? Just now to Minnesota.
Oh yeah, they spanking them, man.
Yeah, what? Especially if Raheem's here, what do you think they're going to come in here next week and do to us?
Huh. Boy, it's gonna be amazing. You know what, man? The only way that the fans could have a impact on keeping or getting rid of Terry and Raheem or whoever else they want gone, they would have to not show up at these games. And I know most of the tickets are already, a lot of the tickets are already sold and paid for, but just that look alone would make the investors put some pressure on whoever makes those moves.
So are you going to do
But you
that
got a
though?
lot of people, nah, because you got people like me.
All right,
I'm coming to Atlanta next week.
all right.
I'm going to the game because
Hey,
I'm a fan.
we know, man. Hey, Wolf's supposed to be coming down here next week, trying to get in touch with him,
Right,
meet up. So
right.
I mean, see, listen, it ain't the fact that I mean, look, the fan. Listen, we care. We want the team to care as much as we care. And right now, I'm getting the feeling that the longer and longer, man, I get the point about wait until the end of the year to wait because there's only 5 games left, and that's kind of I can understand that. But if you come out and you fire him now, because this is a law, man, listen, this is a law season, and I think they should have fired him after Carolina. Maybe they didn't fire him after Carolina because maybe they were looking at it as there's still what 7 games to go. Now they're looking at it as there's still 5 games. There's only 5 games left to go. Carolina already has 7 wins. They done swept you. It's going to be virtually impossible to be ahead of them. Tampa, they're ahead of you now. Now you're a full 3 games back. Why wait? Why wait?
Now that's not, and that's not from a that's from a performance perspective. But remember, I'm coming from a business perspective, and just like Raheem has managed to stay here after as incompetent as we have looked, it's not because they like him or to a certain extent that they like him or whatever. It's all about you know the business end. Because if you get rid of them guys now, I'm thinking we probably wouldn't win any more games. And who wants to do that? Who wants to give their team no way to win?
We might win one more game.
Well,
We might be New Orleans again.
well,
Maybe. We may win one more game. Now, listen, I get your point. Maybe for the end of the year, sure. But listen, how many times I'm gonna continue to say it to you, man. I'm gonna continue to say it. I get where you're coming from, but you gotta understand. You talked about the investors. I get we ain't in the boardrooms and stuff, but tell me we aren't investors.
um, we are investors, but we're not individually. We're not investing enough to make an impact individually. That's why I
All
said the
right,
only way
okay.
that we can
We ain't
make
invested
an
enough
impact is
individually.
not to go to the game.
Me and
Right.
you. That's two of us.
Not
I'm gonna
enough.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you. My grandparents are season ticket holders, so that's four.
Not enough.
That's not enough. All right.
No, it's got to be, man, you got to come in that stadium. Mr. Grant
Let's.
has got
Okay,
to, and
so
them investors
you
got to
tell me
come
that
out there
every
and
single
nobody
season
see
ticket
us
holder
there.
they're gonna have to boycott in order for something to happen.
Pretty much. They would collectively do something
Now, do you
to
think?
make this happen.
Now, hold on, because man, I'm gonna tell you. I got a Seattle fan texting me right now. He's actually even thinking about coming down next week. Is
Oh
it
yeah.
going to be just that stadium being empty, or is it going to be invaded by other fans? What's going to be worse for them? Because look, regardless of who the fuck's in there, they're making money.
And I'm starting to think that's what the main motivation is from this group that having the big money in the Falcons organization. That it's a business, a money making business, and that might be the focus.
Yeah.
Because yeah, to me, no. Now I'm not. I never said that Raheem deserves to stay, but for some reason, so far, this guy is not. We haven't heard any type of talks about him being on the hot seat or nothing.
Well, hold
Just
on. I
just
didn't.
content creators and media.
Wait a minute now. I don't know if you were listening at the beginning, and I know you probably aren't. I know you aren't on Twitter, man, but
No, I'm not.
there is. Man, I want to pull it up again. I'm going to pull it up for you again. Uh, okay. Alright. This is from Jake with Uncovered NFL. And he's a certified reporter essentially. He's verified, he's got sources. With Atlanta Falcons head coach Raheem Morris now coaching for his job on a week by week basis, the general consensus around the league is today's loss versus Tyrod Taylor and the Jets will be seen as the quote final nail in the coffin in terms of his employment. Now, there is a small chance the ownership group might wait until the end of the season, but with the team losing 6 of 7 games, sitting at 4-8 and seen as one of the biggest disappointments in the NFL this season, pulling the plug sooner than later seems like the more likely route per source. So, hey, We might be on fire and watch tomorrow.
Well, like I said before, Kirk started started back in his role as he have now. Two and a possible.
Hey,
And we dropped the possible. We dropped the possible today.
man, I also thought you said the possible was was Carolina.
And we dropped it, didn't we?
Hey, yeah. So hey, we got one of the two, right?
We got one. We beat the Saints.
Man, we gonna get that other one against the Saints again, aren't we?
They scored 17 points today.
My man.
They scored 17 points.
Well, but hey, Miami kind of let them hang around. Essentially, Miami ain't a really good team. You know, I'm just hey.
Well, I'm telling you, man, I'm sitting back, I'm watching and I'm listening because I'm thinking it's business. This business is more than um the passion. It's got to be bigger than the passion.
Mm, yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna listen. I think what's very important is man coming up. We also really got to start reflecting on where we're going to go moving forward. Essentially, that's why I say, man, I wouldn't be shocked if they still let him go till the end of the year. Because man, he's already over welcome this day, and I know I went on my rant. Kind of thought that they just fire coaches after losing the Saints or Panthers. That's been the track record. But hey, once again, look at just how bad this has gotten, and the expectations that there were heading into the season generally. Think,
Well, my
think.
expectation wasn't that good because I still didn't like the fact that we did not approach this season properly, in my
Well,
opinion.
but okay. Now I'm gonna use the same point you just made. You're just one person.
Right.
Your expectations were just yours. My expectations were 12 wins and a division title. And they've absolutely squandered all of that. Now,
For for the reasons that like I said, for the reasons that I had concerns about.
yeah, hey,
Um, I look at the small stuff, man. The big stuff, the stuff that's out there, the flashiness, you know, the all of those type things, they're good to have, but they don't necessarily win you games. Just like today, you had special teams been sucking it up all season. They haven't addressed it,
mm-mm,
and today, to in my opinion, special teams and late play calling lost us that game.
hey.
A lot of people dumping on Kirk. I think Kirk did what he was supposed to do,
And
but when the game was tied,
Kirk didn't play a bad game.
when the game was tied, we should have ran. That was the strength was to run the ball. We should have ran the
And I
ball. We
mean,
threw the
yeah,
we started throwing the ball like we was running out of time. The game was tied.
yeah.
You know, the game was tied.
They didn't. They and see, man, the one pass they did throw over the middle, man, Sills just dropped. And
Yeah,
see,
but
once
but but
again,
look at that pressure, man. Look who you threw the ball to. Kyle
exactly.
Pitts was killing the whole game.
And you couldn't scheme anything up for him over the middle. You couldn't scheme anything
Right.
up for Mooney over the middle. Nothing for man. They didn't. They what they should have done is they should have been using Bijan as a receiver. They could not have. They didn't have an answer for him all day. And see, in those late game spots, it's like I say, they're trying to outsmart themselves, and this is why Raheem needs to go. He's trying to outsmart himself. And that's
That's
why,
true.
man,
And I think that's what they did.
yeah, they're trying to prove they can make something out of nothing with guys that ain't even. Man, who the fuck thought that David Sills would be a starting receiver for this team week 13 at the start of the season?
Right.
I don't care what your
Exactly.
expectations were. Who the fuck, man? And that is why, man.
Blair, where's Blair been?
Where's Blair? Where's Nash? Where's man? Nash could kill people in the slide. And where's he been? Where you see? That's why I say maybe making that change to Woolbrick could maybe stuff like that you could see a little change there because man, hey, I'm gonna say the right now the current state of the team. You can't argue this. It's just like life is being sucked out of everything. The life has been sucked out. And man, whenever life remained following that win versus the Saints, man, today it was all sucked out. All sucked out. There was no urgency at the end of that game. And neither team didn't look like they wanted to win. That's why I was getting ready to say, this game goes to overtime. They need to switch this shit over to Comedy Central. Because neither team wants to fucking win. But in the end, the Jets, they just stumbled upon a way to win. They stumbled upon a little early Christmas present. December's in a couple hours.
And you're talking about like I hear people talk about clock management. Raheem is not good in clock management. Clock management is more than just calling timeouts and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
You have to also it dictates what plays you call also. That's why I didn't understand on that last drive why we didn't run the ball. And I
Mm-hmm.
know they're probably saying, well, you didn't have any timeout. The game was tied, so it didn't matter as far as losing because the game was tied.
Hey,
Now, if
yeah.
we were behind, then you had a sense of urgency to at least try and win the game or tie it up. But we were tied, so the sense of urgency was fake. We didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
That's poor clock management too. So
Hey.
yeah, but Raheem don't deserve to keep his job. But from a business aspect, I don't see getting rid of this head coach and the offensive coordinator and possibly the special teams coordinator also.
So you think they all going to be back here for the start of next year?
No, Zach. There's no way they're going to keep Zach now.
Okay.
Zach got to go, and
Because,
then and
hey,
then see Terry got to work them contracts out.
hey. Kirk's been making Zach look a little better. Now, I agree. His ass still needs to go. You notice he been making Zach look a little better.
Yeah, but see, Kurt leaving. Kurt won't be here next year either.
Nah, probably not. Because, hey,
So, so then we have no use for Zach. Zach can't call plays for anybody. So
yeah. And honestly,
Zach
I'm
will
gonna
be
tell
the,
you
be
something
the
straight
first
up.
man out.
Here's something I'm thinking. They probably hired Zach Robinson because they knew they were going to go get someone like. This is what it's looking like right now, based on everything I've seen. They hired Zach Robinson thinking they're going to go get someone like Kirk Cousins, and Kirk's going to make him look really good, and Zach's going to end up getting a job somewhere, whether it's in college or the NFL. And this is what I think the plan was. Whoever was working with Penix, whether it was a quarterback coach or an offensive analyst or whatever, was going to end up getting the call up to OC around the time they projected Penix being in, which was either 26 or 27. So that's what it's looking like their plan was.
Well, that injury to Penix,
It
I
changes a
think,
lot.
set him back 2 years
Hey,
because
yeah.
initially he wasn't supposed to play for the first two seasons.
Hey,
So
and if it's going to set you back 2 years at this point, man, you may just need to cut your ties with him. And it's unfortunate, but you might have to.
yeah, and what you think they would do if they brought in a new head coach?
Oh, you that motherfucker ain't entitled to at anything with Penix. He's not.
But no, I wouldn't. And who's going to say that Penix will be back next season, anytime next season?
Man, listen, the reports, man, they saying it might be a full year. And man, if it's November next year, especially, regardless of really where this team is, why would you bring him back at that point?
No, there's no need.
No need.
Okay, now what happens? Do you do you draft a quarterback? Do you go get one? Where you gonna get a quarterback from? You gonna try to get Mac Jones?
That's probably what this team's going to try to do. They're going, man, I'm going to tell you what this team's going to try to hope and pray for. They're going to hope and pray that they can become the Colts of next year. They're going to hope and pray that they can go get a quarterback in free agency that showed some signs, was with a McVay, Shanahan type, and they can go and that quarterback will be able to play hero. That's what they hoping and praying for.
And
That
then we got other things to address also. I think that the offensive line needs some work too,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
especially that right side.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you don't know how McGarry's gonna come back.
Right.
Which he'll probably listen. If he's back next year, you probably take him back gladly. Cause man, Wilkinson ain't been it. Man, you may also need to get an upgrade at center.
And what about Storm?
Man, I really don't know about Storm, man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Storm's always kind of just been that nice little solid utility guy, essentially. Where you want Storm to be there if you need him, and when you needed Storm this year, he hasn't been there.
Right. So how do you work that? And then I thought we had some good depth, but I was wrong about that.
No, we don't got
That,
that. And
that
hey,
depth is terrible.
that's Terry's job.
Well, that's why, like I said, I don't see them making that much of a turnover, especially with the players that's coming up for contract.
She'll probably listen. Yeah. Hold on a minute. No, we don't
So,
got that. That's yeah. Hold on. Let me make. Yeah. Well, I mean, look. It's. I apologize. The thing is, though, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. We know that. That's why, man. It's they were hoping and praying for a lot this year is what they were doing, and right now it ain't working out. So now what? And that's why I say, why wait? Just just take the band-aid off.
well, if you do that, at least we'll know that they've committed to the change.
And that's what they need to do. They need at this point, man, you need to commit to a change because I'm listen, straight up. That's I think the way they you at least get people to somewhat stick around.
Well, they got PR guys right now probably looking at all of those scenarios and say.
Oh, and we got a comment in there, but are you thinking Fontenot should go also? So here's my stance on Fontenot. Honestly, I know you're a Terry guy, but man, I'm torn on Terry because I think he's done good, but also, man, you know what? Yeah, I think he's got to go because I think you need to completely change everything. I think you need to completely change everything.
So you want to bring in a GM at this point with a head coach, offense coordinator, and possibly a special teams guy with totally different schemes, concepts, and players that they like, and all of that.
Hey,
Are
let,
we going to call it a rebuild?
do we have a? Hey, are we winning with what we currently got? So that's my thing. You may have to rebuild. Said it a couple weeks ago. May have to make some uncomfortable business decisions. Hey, and that may include getting rid of some guys you really don't want to get rid of.
I
Now
don't know,
the
buddy.
thing is, what was going to give whatever, and see, this is where I'm going. As long as fucking Rich McKay's around here, though, the thing is, man, I don't know who of quality's going to really want to come. So that's the only way they might be in there. And honestly, man, I don't even know why it might be in the best interest to keep Terry around, because if not, Rich McKay's going to be right up there front and center again. The only way. Now, I saw a little something that Arthur Blank's actually considering getting rid of McKay. I don't know. I don't think it'll happen. I wouldn't put money on it. But it sounded like he might be open to that for the first time actually in a while. But the
Now, see
thing,
what you just did was you brought the picture behind the picture, Rich McKay,
yeah.
and that's why I'm still saying it'll be tough, man, to get rid of all those guys and bring in all of those new guys and think they're going to run it. Rich McKay, like you said, Rich McKay step up and start, making moves.
And you know, you're going to be wanting to be in their face 20 times a week about this, that, and the third, and making the fucking coffee run and stuff like that. All that micromanaging that don't work. But see, that's
Right.
where I say, man, if it were up to me and the man, they're all going. Raheem's obviously gone, Terry's gone, and McKay's the fuck up out of there. Now, do I think
Oh yeah.
McKay's gonna go? Oh, I don't. No, I don't think Arthur Blank's got those balls, because I think he fears Rich McKay's got a little something on him. But yeah, Fontenot, yeah, Fontenot's done some good, but man, it still ain't produced. Now, I will say one thing that I think this team has going for them is you have a foundation of what your team could be moving forward, and it's your defense. It's the front of your defense. It's Walker, it's Pierce, it's Dorless, it's Rook, Watts. You get Bowman back going. That can help. That your defense is, man. This team needs to be built with its defense, and then hey, it can just fall in place with the rest of it on offense. Because man, regardless, this team needs a complete revamp in wide receiver outside of Drake. You need to completely revamp. You ain't gonna have Algier. And man, I've even been I still wouldn't completely rule out trading Bijan. Would I want to do it? No, but you
Why would you trade B. John to get what?
hold on. We talk about the business for a moment, and you could definitely get a haul for Bijan. You gonna have to pay Drake this off season. Then you're gonna have to pay Bijan. Now I don't want to listen. I would love for them to be able to stay. Those are guys that you can build around on offense. But hey, you asking me that I only got to keep one? Look, I know with a running back, one wrong move, one wrong tear, his career could be over. Wide receiver like Drake, that could last me 10 years. But
You gonna let
but
Drake set the market?
I mean, yeah, I mean, man, I don't.
30 million.
Hey, 30 mil, probably north actually, probably north of 30. But Bijan's gonna set the
Uh
market at his position. Man, watch, Bijan's gonna set the market. And hey, guess who's gonna be getting paid at the same time as Bijan? Gibbs.
well,
Hey,
so that's what I'm saying. So
this was the time to win,
you
man. I'm trying to tell you, they
you
fucked
set the
up.
market. You set the market with Bijan. I don't think you're gonna be able to set the market at the same time with Drake. They're gonna have to do some real finessing
That's why I'm
of the
saying
books.
one might have to go.
I think I think I would get rid of Pitts before I got rid of Algier though. I
Yeah,
know a lot of people ain't gonna
yeah.
like that, but I would.
Hey, yeah, I would, yeah. No, but the whole reality is they're probably both gone. Especially Algier. Man, Algier will go somewhere next year, and they'll pay him like 12 or 13 million to be a starting running back somewhere, and he might be doing it for a playoff team even. I wouldn't be shocked.
Mm. And so you think Algier can leave us and become a every down back?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Man, man, he showed he could be that. He has shown he could be that, man. Listen, Bijan obviously is going to take touches away from him, but he's shown he could be that every down back. So, but hey, there's a lot of tough decisions coming up this off season. This is why you should have been winning right now, because this is even why we're having to have these conversations in the manner we're having to have them.
And I
Young
don't even
mate,
think we had the personnel to make those hard decisions.
and I don't even
That's how
know.
bad I think our front office is.
Yeah, I don't even think. Yeah, they melt under pressure. That's why you got to get them all up out of here.
I don't even think we had the people personnel in the offices to make those even come down with a plan.
Yeah. Hey, and the plans that Terry has come up with. I mean, have they resulted in a playoff berth yet? Nope.
I
And
don't think Terry Hand is in much as in it as people think it is.
yeah, well, he's still part of that front office, though.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you, it's.
I think he might be collateral damage.
Oh yeah, absolutely, he will be. Man, this quarterback from Minnesota, he did not play good at all. 126 passing yards, 4 interceptions. Justin Jefferson only had 2 catches for 4 yards. You know, hey, you got to be a really bad quarterback with Justin Jefferson and Addison to put up that type of stat line.
Now, I don't know if you can just come off the top of your head with this answer, but how many teams in the NFL have the same record we have or worse? Can you name them?
Let's see. New Orleans definitely got a worse record than us. The Jets got a worse record than us. Cleveland got a worse record than us, so that's 3. Cincinnati, I think, got the same record as us. Tennessee got a worse record than us. Did I say Cleveland?
Yeah.
So I mean, we're like,
How about the Raiders?
yeah, I think the Raiders got a worse record than us. So it's like it's about like 7 or 8 teams.
Okay. And how many teams are they ragging about the organization like like the Falcons are being done?
Well, hold on. Let me get the count in first. So there's 5 there. Falcons are the okay. There's 5 there, and there's one. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's about like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 5. There's about 10 teams in the league that either have the same record as us or a worse record than us. You said how
Okay.
many of them are really raving about the organization? Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that. I mean, the Giants definitely are. Arizona is. Tennessee, they already got rid of their people. The Raiders definitely are. Cleveland is. Bengals are. The Jets. They'll. I mean, some of these. Listen, some of these teams got first year coaches like New Orleans. The Vikings are really having a down year.
Okay.
I mean, Washington, their quarterback went out. So look, it's kind of the situation. You look at it. At least half these teams are in the same boat as we are.
And you brought up an interesting point. Some of them have first year staffing.
Yeah,
Okay.
or like their quarterbacks out, or like, man, I really think that Minnesota might just be having a down year. I think next Minnesota's an every other year team, but hey, they're right there with us, and we beat Minnesota.
hmm Okay. So I was trying to drive to a point. So we're doing bad, but we're also um probably have the longest tenure of our head coaching of the teams that are doing bad. So again, that means that there's possibly 10, half of the 10 need another head coach.
Well,
What happens if five of the teams fire their head coaches?
all right, once again, and hey, I'm glad you brought that up, and I kind of want to actually see some of these conversations, man, you're bringing up. I want to save until the stream
I got you.
when
I got
when I get to come on here and man, I might get all dressed up for that too. I get to come on here and announce that this motherfucker's been let go. That Raheem Morris has parted ways with the Atlanta Falcons, or the Falcons have terminated Raheem. However they're going to word it, I'm predicting since Raheem since Arthur has a very soft spot for Raheem, I'm predicting they're just going to term it. The Falcons and Raheem Morris have parted ways. Is how I'm predicting it's going to be worded. I can't wait until that statement comes out. I'm gonna be celebrating. But hey, you're right. There's going to be probably about five other teams about we're in the search with for a new head coach. But I also want to read off some of these comments. Let's see. I know hasn't won anything since he's been here, and I don't like that the Falcons have pretty much drafted mostly luxury players. Well, I mean, yeah, they really, especially his first few drafts, really ain't no arguing much with that. Um, let's see. We don't even have a first though, so we're just trash without tanking. Yeah, well, and here's the other thing too though about tanking that I also think you got to realize most teams tank because they're in such a bad spot, and I don't even really think teams actually tank like that. Man, the Titans, man, you telling me Tennessee's tanking? What are they tanking for? Tennessee's got their quarterback. The Titans are
No, they're just bad,
they're
man.
just bad. Yeah, they're just bad.
Yeah, they're just bad, man. They nobody had any expectations for those guys. They were just hyping up. What is my man named Ward?
Hey, and Cam Ward's a good quarterback. He's just on guy ain't one.
Nope. So that's what I'm thinking about. If they're gonna get, in my opinion, if they're gonna do something with Raheem, they better pull a LSU. Because if let's say five teams get rid of their head coaches at the end of the season, and these coaches, these guys that are looking jobs have a choice of where they want to go.
Hey,
It's just like the stock market. Right now, we're playing the stock market. If they want to get a head coach here, they need to make a
but
move.
who
But
who
if they
who they
wait,
who they gonna make the move on though is the thing. Who they gonna make the move? Hey, and that's why they
I
gonna
have
make the
no
move
idea.
right now. They better fire his ass right now. Who they making the move on, man? You saw LSU, man. You saw LSU and Lane Kiffin. They pulled a fucking amazing man. That man is screw job Kiffin. How many bridges he has burnt? First at Tennessee, now at Ole Miss.
And see, the thing about that is, see, when they made that move like that, that's come through alumni and all of that. See, that's the difference. And you just got so many college teams. But I didn't think he would leave Ole Miss like that.
Oh, I mean, he listen. He's built up a reputation of doing business the notorious dirty way. But hey, he getting his money out of it. So can you really be mad at him?
No, and that's what I'm saying right now, man. I'm calling it the Atlanta Falcons Incorporated.
Hey,
It's a business.
who they gonna pull that on? Who they gonna pull the fast one on? Someone from college?
Well, they would have to definitely. This would be a better time to do it because I'm telling you, if they wait till the end of the season and they get rid of Raheem, and I'm just speculating, just from because I worked in the corporate world for 35 years and I've seen management move around like that. Some of the sorriest guys that I thought shouldn't have been managers, they were the ones that were steadfast in the job for whatever reason. And as my plant manager told me one time about one manager that I thought shouldn't have been in the plant, he said he's well connected.
Comment just said, talking about Gruen, man, I'd love to bring Gruen here, man. I think Gruen was actually down in Tampa today at the game, the Bucks game.
He was. I think I saw him. He had a sword in his hand.
Yeah, man. Hey, I really, man, I know Gruen really likes our guys, man. I hear him talk about it, and I'm like, ooh, I just, man, I kind of get foaming at the mouth sometimes when I hear John Gruen talk about our guys, and then the thought of him being head coach, and I go, yeah, yo ass needs to stop dreaming. They ain't gonna bring John Gruen up in here with his pass.
Well, but see that. But see me.
But hey, hold on.
I get outside
What
of
is
that. I really, I
what's
don't care
Gruen
nothing
and
about
Rich
the
McKay's
email.
relationship like though? Do they have a good relationship still?
It would be hard to say, but I think that um, Gruden might be a little bit rough around the edges for Rich
Oh
McKay.
nah, it would never happen. It would
I think he'd be a little bit
it would never happen because guess what?
right.
AI done told us the relationship between John Gruen and Rich McKay deteriorated due to a power struggle for control of player personnel decisions, culminating in McKay leaving the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to become the general manager for the Atlanta Falcons. Man, that motherfucker. You are dreaming, and I'm dreaming if we think that John Gruden's coming over here, man. Because John Gruden's gonna want to run the team the way John Gruden's gonna want to run the team. He ain't gonna want to fucking hear Rich McKay.
And that's why I said Atlanta Falcons Incorporated. The passion is not for the wins. The passion is to keep the money rolling in. This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Keep the investors investing. And come up with a way to keep the PSL owners um, keep them rolling. I think tickets gonna go up another 2% next year.
Ah man. So that they gonna pay us for sticking through what's probably looking like a 5-win season, 5-12. It's probably what it's looking like, and they gonna raise the price again.
I'm thinking I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's two. I think it's
Hey,
2% again
but
next
$2
year.
hot dogs.
Well, that's just like you getting a raise on your job and your health insurance goes up. It does nothing. Does absolutely nothing.
Man, hey, you keep you keep bringing it to us. Yeah, it's just the gift that keeps on giving.
I'm telling you, buddy. I told you I worked in the corporate world for 35 years, and I rub elbows with some high ranking officials in that corporate scene. How it work. I've had some good conversations with them guys, and I
Wow.
see how it works, man. Some of it don't make any sense to you, and you be like, man, why would they do that? Why would they go spend all these millions of dollars for to fix something that ain't broke?
Hey,
Because it's a bigger picture, man.
well, hey, I
Do you
definitely
think about it? If Mr. Blank, if you own the team the way you are, wouldn't you be in your feelings enough that you would fire Raheem today?
oh absolutely, motherfucker. I told you what I would have done, right? I would have
Right.
had what I would have done is this. I would have arranged I would have arranged a limousine. As a matter of fact, I would have. It would have been a soft blow because look, I care about the guy personally. Sure, he's a good guy, good family man, beautiful wife, beautiful kids. I would have sent all of them to his childhood home, back to mom and daddy's house. Yeah, get a nice little warm home cooked dinner. We'll send all your personal belongings and other shit in 2 to 3 business days. Don't ever fucking contact us again.
I can't think of my man's name. They fired the defensive coach, one of the defensive coaches after we lost the Super Bowl on the way back. I forgot his name.
Hey, I think I do remember that.
Used to play line. I think he played linebacker for the Jets back in the day.
Yeah, I
What's
think,
this guy's name?
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's different. Right now, man. It'd be hard for me to understand how in the world this guy still has a job. But I understand it, but I don't understand it.
Hey, he listen. He got some dirt. That's the only thing I can think of. He 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 got some dirt.
I would love to hear what the type of conversation that they're having at this point.
Oh, hey, you can just you can go listen to a conversation between two crackheads to kind of understand the context of everything, how that conversation probably going. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on, because no one's got a goddamn clue.
I it's just some inner workings, man, that we don't know anything about. Because I still say if they let those three go, Terry, Raheem, and Zach, it's going to be a totally different team, and we probably won't even be close to the record we had this year.
Hey, if we only finish them with 5 wins, it's going to be pretty damn hard not to get that close to it. So what you telling me we're gonna have a turnaround next year? We gonna make the playoffs next year?
No, no,
Yeah, see, man,
no way.
we
No, I'm
already
saying,
at we already at rock bottom. Let's just live here for a couple of years.
man, I'm talking 2 years. Look, man, you talking about people that's going to pay their ticket fees for the next 2 years. They don't really have much to look forward to.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
I don't think, as far as Falcon wise, I don't think that there's going to be a lot of people showing up next week.
Oh no, it'll be a lot of Seattle fans. Hey, if you would have won the, hey, I said you would have won this game, you may have gotten some people up in there.
Oh yeah, it definitely would have been packed. But
You may have gotten some people up in there because then you would have been able to sell that game as well. If we win, and Tampa loses this Thursday night game, even with everything else that happened today, and the Tampa and Carolina win, you could have sold it as well. If Tampa ends up losing, then and we win, saying we win today, you would have had a chance to go, well, going into this Thursday night game. If you win, man, you can make you. Hey, there have been several selling points, but mainly, man, you win this game, you can go into that Thursday night game with some momentum. And on top of all that, if you win that Thursday night game, you're right in the thick of this division once again. But hey, we ain't gonna be there.
hey, did you see the after the game speech last week that Raheem gave the guys?
Man, yeah, I saw that shit.
He talked about he's starting a movie, and I said, yeah, it's a horror movie. I don't watch horror movies. It's a horror movie. They won't go get in the car and leave you. Let's go in the barn.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah,
ready to tie your ass up and blow that shit up.
right. They
Set
won't
your
go
ass
get in
on
the
fire
car.
and leave you in there.
Raheem said, "Let's go get in the barn." Okay, but yeah, I just don't see what Raheem could be saying at this point. Except we lost Penix, man. You know how that goes when you
Hey, well,
lose
I mean, look how
your
it was when
quarterback.
Penix was in.
Right, exactly. We still was looking bad. Then, oh, and don't forget, man, if we'd have had Drake, man, we would have had a chance to win the
Oh
game.
yeah, hey, this is what may end up saving his job actually for this game. He's going to go in there and say, "Well, Drake wasn't playing. If Drake was playing, then man, we would have absolutely won this game, man. He would have caught those balls that those guys dropped." Because Mooney at that one ball, remember on that slant that he wasn't able to hold on to. I'm like, man, if Drake was in there, he's holding on to that. And then that Seals
Yeah, but
catch.
Yeah, but we didn't need Drake to win today. We needed our
Mm-mm.
special teams, and we needed for Zach. And remember,
But
I
hey,
also observed this about Zach too. When Zach get out of his scheme, he don't go back to it. Once he get out of it, he don't go back to
and
it.
man, we still
And
almost
for
ran. Man, hey, we still ran for over 150 yards today.
yeah, so so with the tie, why didn't we run the ball at least 2 times?
Yeah, especially a Bijan and the way you've been running it all game. All you had to do was put it right. Hey, it was working up the gut today. That's all you had to do. Hey, even early in the game, that first drive of the game, they do that stupid toss. That kind of gave me a bad little inkling. When
You talking about
Bijan
with
right
Felipe
up the middle
Frank?
had been working all that first drive, then you decide to toss to Algier on 3rd and 1.
And who else you gonna outrun?
Yeah,
Nobody.
man, Algier's gonna wear a motherfucker down and punch their teeth out. He ain't gonna outrun him.
Yep. Zach, the play calling fell right in the favor for the Jets. And then this guy, what he kicked a 56 yarder.
Yeah. Hey, and even that kick, as man, you can't tell me that. Man, the Jets didn't win this game. We lost it. You can't tell me, man, because even that kick to win it looked very sloppy and looked like a low liner.
I thought he missed it actually.
Man, yeah, it looked like he missed it. And we were getting ready to go to overtime. They were gonna have to switch that shit over to Comedy Central.
That's why I didn't understand. If you had a tie, why was you in a hurry to drive downfield? You had a tie. You was not gonna lose. You can't lose when the game is tied.
Yeah.
Just should have ran the ball. Should have just ran the ball.
Hey, I don't because man, look, man, it wasn't even this bad under Arthur Smith, and it got pretty bad under Arthur Smith, especially at the very end. But it wasn't even this bad as it is under this motherfucker.
Well, Arthur Smith, he he didn't have much to work with.
Mm-mm. And
He
you
came in under some bad
you
circumstances.
had to essentially give him a pass for his first 2 years entirely. As long as he kind of kept them somewhat competitive, Arthur Smith had to do pretty much the bare minimum to earn his 3rd year. To the point where that's why I asked the question earlier when they fired the reason they fired Arthur Smith, I mainly think is because he wasn't getting these guys like Bijan and Pitts and Drake the ball enough. He was getting too much hate for giving the ball to guys like Jonnu Smith and Algier. Even though, in hindsight, that kind of did work. It's just the way Arthur Smith would draw it up. And he would go to guys like Bijan and Drake. And Arthur Smith really didn't have a good. The thing I think Arthur Smith struggled with was passing concepts. I think that's what
Right. Oh yeah.
he struggled with. We're kind of seeing it now with the Steelers. I don't know if Arthur Smith was ever a coach that you per se would have been able to win it all with, but he was a coach that I truly think if you would have given him someone like a Kirk Cousins, could have been able to work with him enough and could have been able to get into the playoffs with.
Well, I heard some, the content creators that are critical with the fans as far as, what the fans want. The whole thing is what, about what, the fans wanting this coach or they wanted this quarterback gone or this coach gone or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
like the fans actually, well, I'm gonna put it like this, and I'm not knocking 'em, but a lot of people that are online, they're not really patriots of of the team.
No, they ain't.
So I don't think that a lot of this content has a bearing on what those guys do unless unless they find out who's putting money in the team and who's not. Because if you got some cats that's knocking the team or knocking what we're doing or whatever, and they're not going to the games or they're not buying merchandise that you know of, you're not going to pay too much attention to them people,
Yeah.
you know? Because like I did a survey, the Falcons sent me something, an email to do a survey. And I asked some other PSL owners, did they get the survey? And none of those people that were local, that lived in Atlanta, they didn't get the survey. So I'm
Mm.
like, I wonder why they sent me the survey. And they called me twice to make sure that I filled it out.
They must really want your opinion, OG.
No, well, it might be just no, it might be for the people that travel to the games.
Oh, yeah, because they know you make that drive.
Yeah, I mean you know, the people that travel to the games, they might want
Because,
to see,
hey,
hey man, are they going to continue to come to the games? Are they going to spend this money
they
coming to Atlanta?
they trying to get they're trying to figure out what little sweeteners they need to add on top to keep y'all coming back.
Right.
Maybe
Mm,
that's maybe that's some more pregame beer parties and stuff like that, or whatever they do outside of man, I think it's Northside Plaza. It's a little green area outside, like right near like where the elevator is to the red deck and all that is where I know they hold all those events. Right outside gate
right.
2 across the street.
Yeah.
So that's what they trying to do. They trying to figure out what extra sweeteners they need to add on top in order to essentially make sure that y'all keep staying, that they don't risk
Yeah.
losing y'all.
Yeah, the sweetener on the outside cuz they ain't doing too much for us on the inside.
And then on top of that, what is also going to make it worth increasing the prices by 2% on all y'all.
Well, well, you got some people that, they may not. They may just if it's a big turnover, then people might just do a resale on their tickets.
Hey, I'm predicting we're going to see a little bit of that because, hey, I'm going to say, like, I even think, man, a lot of people are realizing because listen, after the Carolina loss, it was really over. Man, that was the game that really kind of, it should have been the straw that broke the camel's back. And then they went and won versus Saints, and everything fell their way. Carolina lost, the Bucks lost, and it kind of went okay. If you can get another week of that, this might get a little interesting for us again. So people got tickets to that Seattle game. Now, man, seeing how everything went, people might start selling the tickets back to that Seattle game. You might see a lot of empty seats, or those seats are going to be brought up by people coming in from Seattle.
Yeah, that's it'll be a resale, a lot of resale. I don't know how they, other than less participation from the home team, for the home crowd. I don't know how that investors look at that, but because they've already gotten their money. So, but like I
Yeah.
said, we're not in those rooms, so we don't know.
Yeah. Well, I also think that another thing too, because hey, it's a business. I understand that, but it kind of goes back to my original point of what are you really going to sell for next year? They got man, you look at it. They got 5 games left. 2 of them on the road, 3 of them at home. So the thing they really got to think about They still got three more times this year with 5 games left, and a team that is very well on their way to probably being about a 5, maybe a 6 win team, all things considered. They got to figure out how in the hell do we possibly put little things together. Like I don't know if you know, man. Do you notice that the Falcons essentially they try to theme every game, especially a lot of these, especially the red helmet games and stuff like that. They try to theme every game. Don't be shocked if the Falcons try to essentially theme these games and really sell it to get, even if it's just portions of people, that are drawn towards that type of stuff. Get them to really attend. They
Got to
they
do
hey
something, like I said.
they do a segment every game with a family of fallen military, of a former veteran.
Right.
That's a great thing they do. But they do stuff like that. Don't Hey, they do a breast cancer awareness game every year. They do a salute to service. I don't know what is. I know for the Rams game, they said it was going to be 2000s night. Now, I don't know if you're going to get T.I. to come out to this trash. I really don't. Maybe if this game would have been like it should have been, and we were at least contending for a playoff spot, maybe you could have been to get all those guys out, man. They just going to be playing old T.I. songs the whole game as we getting our ass kicked in by the Rams.
I'm gonna be interested in seeing what they do, how they try to um, pull this one off.
Hey, we about to see. Because, hey, they
So I
going
guess you gonna be on your wait list tomorrow, huh? To see if they do anything.
well, hey, listen, I got work tomorrow, but
Okay.
like, hey, and hey, I kind of listen. This is why the only thing is, man, I didn't have anything going on really much of last week because it was like Thanksgiving and all that. I only had to go in like one day. But that's why like I kind of hate it because man, I'll probably gonna be out of the house till like closer to dinner time tomorrow. Won't really be able to speak. So if something do happen, man, I probably won't be able to come on till like 5 o'clock. But hey, if something happens, I'm gonna come on tomorrow. Definitely, I'm okay. Hey, I told y'all, I can't wait till the day it happens. So we're gonna see. But hey, if I'm really thinking, this report I saw kind of has me paying a little bit of attention. But man, it won't shock me one bit if we see him up there at 4 tomorrow, up at that podium.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's business as usual. Business as usual.
Yeah,
I just hate we lost that game though. I was hoping we could pull it off and and then I would be doing would really be anticipating, you know, coming up to next week.
yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, you
we really don't have much to look forward to.
no, you don't. You really don't. The only man. That's why I say they might have to make a change because the only way you might get people tuned back is if you make the change, and is if like you give it over to Ulbrich.
Hmm. But he said he don't want to do it though.
Well, then shit. At that point, man, they may just have to hire someone off the. They may have to hire you to do it. They may have to, man. They don't want me to do it. I'm gonna tell you right now. They don't want me doing it. They may have to bring you in.
Well, Zach wouldn't call no plays for me.
Oh no, he wouldn't call any plays for me either. That's why, man.
Everybody be mad then.
Yeah.
I send him back upstairs. Go on back up there, man.
Yeah. It don't
I
make
don't
it
need you
don't make
down
any
here.
sense. Yeah. Hey, how the Falcons have approached this entire season, it's been one big red flag after another. And see, even in the early parts of the season, man, I was trying to hold on to a little bit of hope that maybe the players could overcome the coaches. I was never sold on the coaches that much. And Zach kind of lost me after the first few weeks of this season. Ulbricht's really the only one that I've consistently been sold on. One thing I'm shocked, though, is that Ulbricht and the defense did all right up until really that final drive. They had that one broken play. And they didn't necessarily, I mean, they weren't the main reason we lost. I'm shocked that, man, Ulbrich didn't have them playing a little more on fire for this game because I would have thought Ulbrich would want to go up in there and really make a statement.
But you know what? See, when you shift the weight and as far as expectations, the defense has always given us chances to win the game. We just haven't been able to capitalize.
Yeah.
We either mess it up defensively or special. I mean,
Hey,
offensively or special teams.
let's list off the games now. New England, Indy. I mean, those are the two games in particular I point at. But once again, when you got a bunch of walking red flags, eventually it's going to come together and it's going to combine for the mess that you got.
But sometimes, when you let stuff go on too long, man, it makes it more difficult to clean up. And a lot of this stuff that's been going on has been going on even before. You know,
So,
I'm gonna say even when Matt Ryan was here, it was
yeah,
we should have made some hard moves before the last his last 2 seasons here.
but okay, I'm gonna say that. You just said that the longer you let stuff stay, the harder it becomes to clean up. So why? I get you don't want them to stay, but why would you even make the case of why they're going to all stay for next year?
Because of the
Right?
blowback that's going to come, because of the other problems that's
What
going to
blowback is
come from
coming,
those moves.
man?
Some of them I know, and some of them I don't know.
I really don't
But
know
the
what.
ones that I know is who you going to keep, who you going to bring in, and they're going to stay with, especially offensively, that they're going to stay with the the big money guys,
Man, I really don't know
the
what.
Pitts, the Algiers, the Drakes, the Penix. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really don't know what blowback though. Are you talking about blowback from the players?
It's blowback from the moves. Okay, if you make changes, what's going to be the ripple effect once you drop that first rock in the water? What else is that going to cause us to have to do? If you bring another coach in and they say, well, we don't care if Penix come back this season or not. We need to go in here and get us another quarterback, or we need for you guys to trade for another quarterback. We need to do something because we don't want this guy when he gets well. So you guys might as well go ahead and prepare to let him go.
Mm,
Get rid of Kirk, get rid of Penix, or whatever you got to do. We're gonna move on from him, just like they did Russell Wilson in Denver.
yeah.
That type of move. We don't care how much money we owe you. We gotta let you go, bro.
Hey, sometimes that's what you got to do.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And see, and then when that happens, that pushes back expectations, you know, how the fans want to feel. So, well, we hope we're going to the games to see what progress we're making.
Well, I don't know. Listen, man, I don't know what progress. I'm, man. Listen, I don't know what progress you can really make for the rest of the year outside of maybe the rookies and the young players on defense. That I think that's it. That's who you look to see who you can get progress from. I like what I'm seeing from Pierce. I like what Walker had a quiet day, but I like what I've seen from him. I like what I've seen for the most part from Watts. You got to understand that Watts at the end of the day, he's a rookie. There was that one play that broke loose on the touchdown. I felt like there should have been one safety that was accounting for Mechie. That probably should have been, or no, it wasn't Mechie. That was Mitchell that scored that touchdown. Should have been Watts, but hey, Watts is a rookie. He'll learn from that. Uh, I like what I've seen from Dorless and Rook and those guys. So that's where I say, and I like Diablo as well. That's why I say you do have a core on defense for the most part. You would like if you could keep Ulbrich as the defensive coordinator, but man, you can't. You can't. At this point, I was kind of thinking 7 to 8 wins might end up saving Raheem's job just because Ulbrich what was the would be the defensive coordinator still. Man, I don't even think you can do that at this point because man, you'd essentially have to run the table to get about there.
We don't have the coaching personnel to even make do that.
Yeah, so
We can't even run the we don't even recognize that the game is tied. Let's go to our bread and butter and run the ball. And if we're not successful, we're just going to overtime and roll the dice again.
it ain't even worth it in the end.
Yep. And that means you didn't trust your defense. And why wouldn't you trust that defense?
Hey, yeah, but hey, listen. I think what the very big issue is right now. It's always been the culture. And Raheem Morris, man, when you made this hire, this is what really pisses me off. You knew at the end of the day, Raheem Morris, it wasn't changing shit. It was a revert back to your old culture. And Raheem, his one of his first orders of business. Now look, there were a lot of people, including myself, that were excited about the Zach Robinson hire. I was never too excited about the Jimmy Lake hire. Matter of fact, I never really liked it. Never really liked the Jimmy Lake hire. Always felt like they could have done better. Never got a good vibe from him. Always kind of knew it was a possibility that maybe the defense wasn't going to do so good. But man, with Zach, I don't. I think what's been very disappointing with Zach is even if he's had limitations, obviously with Kirk coming back from the injury last year, and then with Penix this year, is that man? It's like you mentioned, Zach don't stay in a rhythm.
They don't, man. His plays don't build up. They don't. They're just isolated plays, man. To me,
Yeah,
he don't compliment the last play he ran. And to me, that's kind of like being random. Just being all over the place. And you're showing these formations that everybody knows what you're going to run.
yeah, and
It changed a little bit with Kurt being in there, but they starting to sniff him out too
oh yeah,
with
hey,
Zach's scheme.
they gonna get because I mean it looks a little different than it did last year. Considering I think they're more comfortable with Kirk's Achilles, but they gonna start, man. They gonna start, getting some tape. They gonna figure out how to shut it down. Now, like I said, Kirk might still end up getting them a win they shouldn't. Maybe Kirk, but I mean, see, even this might be crazy talk. Kirk might get them a win they ain't supposed to, but it ain't gonna matter.
No,
It ain't gonna matter at all. He might
it'll
be
get
able
a
to,
good job keeping point.
yeah, he might be able to have one more game against the Bucks, or some team, like he might have a good game against the Bucks and somehow find us a way to win that game. Just as kind of a last call for him, because Kirk's winding down on his career. But so it wouldn't shock me if especially if Drake is back, he ends up having a solid, stellar game, down there to kind of keep things afloat, essentially, for him to end the year, someone to hang his hat on, and then maybe he's able to lead us. Maybe he's able to sweep the Saints. And look, at the end of the day, whenever you could sweep the Saints, it's always amazing. I don't care how good or how bad the Saints are, we are. You always want to sweep them. But even still, I'm going to be looking at that and saying I'm still really not impressed because it was never put together consistently. And man, Bijan is on pace still for a great year. Drake's missed 3 games and he's still on pace to get 1,000 yards, assuming he comes back.
I was
Uh,
gonna ask you, would you bring him back to see if he can get the 1,000 yards, or would you keep him out so that you can have a better negotiating
man, nah.
leverage
Hey, if
on that
listen,
contract?
nah, because that you might make Drake a little unhappy if you do that. You go out there, you let him play. You go out there. Yeah, if there were like 3 games left in the season, I could understand. There's 5. For me, it's a little too much to hold him out for. You go out there, you let him play. You let him be that dog, man, for these final 5 games.
And Drake gonna be one that 30 plus.
Hey, you gonna have to pay it regardless. Look, it he's gonna either get it somewhere, and honestly, man, with where we are, we really see any leverage we could have to get. Because, see, man, you think that guys are going to want to come up here in free agency? No. They're going to look at us, man. They're going to start looking at us like they look at the Jets, man. And we lost to the Jets, too. They're going to look at us as an absolute joke, as a team that can never do it right. And guess what they're also going to do? They're going to look at guys like Jesse Bates. And when he came in here, and Bates has never won here. A lot of guys we have on this roster have never won here. The only guy who's won
Right.
anything here is Matthews. Man, Lindstrom's been here going on. This is Lindstrom's 7th year on the team. He's never had a season where we've won over 8 games.
That's bad, but that's got to be a bad feeling.
So you got all these players, and yeah, they've been good players. But I mean, like, it's even going to be like they're going to think about their legacies in the long run. And they going to go, man, was it really worth it?
But they'll come to a guy come to Atlanta that's in a transition part of his career, or a guy that's on the bubble that just can't be that guy on another team.
That's essentially what we're an attraction to at this point. It's kind of like how it was with Mariota a couple years ago. Mariota knew this was about one of the only places he could actually start. That's why he came here. That, and he had a connection with the coach.
Right.
But hey, getting these quality players, nah, we ain't gonna be able to do it. We don't, because number one, man, and this is what I kind of led to. I do want to say this. Our best hope is that, honestly, man, you gotta hope and pray that you end up with a Dave Canales type hire. Just someone who's willing to deal with the bullshit, and it's just a real diamond in the rough. That's what you gotta hope you get. It's just a diamond in the rough, man. Because I don't see And there really ain't too many quality candidates, period, this offseason. That's why I say it pisses me off because we could have had either a Vrabel or McDonald. We passed up on both of them. And we decided to go with this motherfucker. So you're going to have to really hope, man, you find a diamond in the rough. Otherwise, it's going to just be another situation of it's either going to be like Raheem and he's too incompetent to run a football team, or his offense isn't up to date with the modern NFL offense, or he just can't rally the troops. It's going to be something like that, and it's going to be another situation where in 3 years he's out of here. And see, as dysfunction grows more and more, it's really harder to contain it. That is why, man, it's hard. It's really hard to get as down bad as the Falcons have gotten. And that's why, man, even the Panthers, as bad as they've kind of been, you're finally seeing it come together for them this year. And man, maybe next year they go back to being inconsistent. And I mean, they still inconsistent. Maybe, man, they go back to next year only winning 5 or 6 games and missing the playoffs. But this year, man, it's just they got that thing. They got it, and they're going to see how far they can ride it. Us, man, I really think we did kind of have it last year where we at least could have made the playoffs. But, man, even when we had it, we blew it last year. That goes to show you how incompetent we are at this point. And it's going to take a real structural overhaul for something to seriously change. And, man, I'm at the...
We got a lot of work to do.
Hey, and I'm at the point where, man, I'm even tired. Listen, I saw someone talking about they wish it was the off season right now. Man, I'm tired of the off season, actually. Man, after week 18, sure. Show me the Super Bowl. Show me who wins it, because I think the playoffs are... I think we're going to have one of the more exciting playoffs this year, especially if the Panthers get in and all these teams in the AFC. It might be an exciting playoffs. Especially if Kansas City or Buffalo or none of them are in it. It's going to be exciting to see a new team, or at least a breath of fresh air, up in there, essentially. But, man, after that, just hibernate me, essentially, from all this bullshit until the start of next season in September. And then I'll see how it goes again. I'm tired of going through off seasons and then being just brought in slowly, because, man, they always do it every year. It's like a fucking drug. Every year they'll pull you in for something, whether it's Penix, whether it's, oh man, the 1 year it was there was when Ryan Nielsen was our coordinator. Man, the defense is going to look good, and hey, it was a saying that your words he's got to do just enough. As long as he don't turn the ball over, we'll win games. He turned the fucking ball over. It cost Arthur Smith his job. I'm tired of all that crap, man. Of just living in expectation and having to go through a long off season. I said this at the end of last year too. I'm tired of having to go through the off season with this shit. And man, there's a lot of uncertainty, but first and foremost, you got to figure out who the fuck your coach is going to be. So hey, that's just what it is. I mean, some teams could rub something like this off and just say it's 1 year. The Falcons ain't in a position to do that. They just ain't. And man, I think we've already seen, even when the Falcons do get a little bit of luck on their side, a little bit of lightning in the bottle, like they did last year, they still couldn't do anything with it. So that's kind of, I said this was the crap or get off the pot year. So either they're going to finally take the step forward they needed to make the fucking playoffs, or they just going to crap down they pants, and everyone's getting the fuck up out of here. Hey, we'll see if they make that move though. We'll see. Cause I man,
Gonna be interesting.
I really man, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of going. Man, do y'all even realize though? Like, if we do fire Raheem, and I think we honestly will, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's the end of the season, do y'all realize that this is going to be the third time in 6 years we're looking for a new coach?
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's the bad thing about it. That's inconsistency at the wrong spot.
Yeah,
So that means that we're hiring. We keep continue to hire the wrong coaches.
yeah,
That's the thing that gets me. We just continue to do it. Bring these guys in, hype them up, get the slogans and get the videos and all of that. And everybody gets excited, and you see them in camp and all of that. And
yeah.
then we come in at the beginning of the season, and all of the hype gets sucked out of the stadium in the first game.
Hey, that's kind of how it was this year, man. Cause hey, I
Yeah,
didn't even realize at the time how detrimental that Tampa loss was going to be, and it really don't mean shit now because of how bad we are. But I just kind of thought, man, it's week one. You get another opportunity at them. The thing now, man, is hey, you looking at it, and man, that was just the first entry. Koo missing that field goal.
yeah.
Then
And I'm sitting there saying this guy's hurt anyway.
then all right, they go into Minnesota. They get a nice win on Sunday night. Kind of calmed us down. Always great to win on Sunday night in prime time. They go into Charlotte, and at this time, man, we don't think the Panthers are shit. So we kind of go, all right, it's hey, you go in there, you get this win. We got 30-0 on 30-0, and then they come home for a couple weeks, and they get you hyped up. This is where they really start to get hyped up. They're like, oh shoot, all right, we need to start moving. They come home, they beat Washington, okay. Then they pull the big one out versus Buffalo. And after that, they finally got people thinking we're here. They got us thinking we're here. That this is it. Then what do they follow it up with? Lost to San Francisco, lost to Miami, lost to New England, lost to the Colts, lost to Carolina. They finally beat New Orleans last week, then they followed it up with this shit today. See what the Falcons will do? It's like a roller coaster essentially, but it ain't just up and down. You always notice with the Falcons about the first 5-6 weeks of the year, it'll kind of be a slow climb, but they'll take you up and up and up and up, and it's kind of slow, but they'll take you up and up and up, and then you kind of go, okay, here we go, we getting ready to soar. Then the bottom falls out, and yo ass better have life support, cause if not, you're done. Hey, that's how it is. Hey, that's how it's been every year with the Falcons, though.
Been a long time, bro. It's been a long time.
Man,
Many
every
years.
every
Might as well
year,
say decades.
every year since 21. Man, notice we'll get out to a solid start the first 5 or 6 weeks. Last year we got out to a 6-3 start, but most years it'll be the first 5 to 6 weeks. That's why I say the Falcons never sell the season early. They always got to keep interest until about close to Halloween, and then they show their true colors. It's what happens every year.
And then it depends on how many new players we got and new coaches, and the film shows up, and
Yeah.
the other
Hey,
teams get dialed in.
that's another thing. We can't adjust.
So yep, everybody else adjusting, but we don't.
Yeah. That's where it's hurt us. And but see, man, when you can't beat these teams like the Jets, and you can't see, that's the thing. It ain't just an adjustment thing. It's an issue of the team don't even got the right DNA. They don't. Cause see, man, I'm looking at the Bears right now with Ben Johnson. I'm looking what he's doing over there. Man, you can tell he's changing shit. You can tell because they keep stacking wins. He's just changing shit, man. He's going in there. He's got those guys hyped up. They want to play for him. They're bought into him. They listen to him. But he can back it up with results. He's competent enough. I said, you got to have a couple. To make a good coach, yeah, you absolutely need the belief of the locker room. But you also got to be competent in knowing the basics.
Okay, talking about Caleb Williams, right?
Yeah.
They had different narratives about this guy, but one of them wasn't. He was injury prone. Nobody
Mm-mm.
talked about how many seasons he sat out, how many operations he's had, and all of that. None of that.
No.
But we get the guys in 1 year, ACL tears, ACL season ending surgeries, and all of that. And we got two of them in the camp.
Man, it's got to be some curse.
And then the arm thing last year.
It's got to be some curse. Yeah. Hey, you see it every year.
We got to get out of that. We got to stop um, getting players off of expect expectational um, potential.
Mm, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, oh well, he can do this, he can do that, and we're gonna get him, and we're gonna pay top dollar, and then we bringing them in, and we don't even have anybody to develop the guys or either work with them.
Yeah.
You don't even have the personnel to harness whatever the potential was.
Yeah. Well, that's the other. We've been dealing with that for every year. It feels like every year, man, it's something. But see, this is why I said people did it. They wanted to take for granted who the consistency that Matt Ryan brought to the position. Give him and I'm gonna say it. You can say whatever the fuck you want about Matt Ryan. Give Matt Ryan this defense. Give Matt Ryan these. You know, obviously don't give Matt Ryan these weapons today, but give Matt Ryan Drake London and Mooney and guys like these. Bijan. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. Outside of Julio, and I don't even know if you can say who do you think was a better athlete, Julio or Bijan? Because I want to know. All
Oh,
right.
my bad, I hit the mute button.
Yeah. Hey,
Um,
who do you think is a
Probably
better athlete, Julio or Bijan?
athlete.
Yeah.
Man, two different positions, man.
Hey, it is two different positions, but hey.
Uh,
Now they put Julio in the backfield sometimes and toss him the ball,
I,
especially
I probably
early.
would, yeah, I probably would take.
Yeah.
I think I still would go with Julio, man.
Now the thing is, man, Bijan has been able to stay out on that field. Like Julio has never really. Julio always had that injury bug, dating back to when he was at Bama. If man, that's the thing, man. If Julio never dealt with them injuries, just imagine what he would have been. But hey, if you would have gave Matt Ryan these current players, especially this current defense, I guarantee you we win a Super Bowl. Guarantee you we win a Super Bowl. But it goes to show you, for many years, everyone they threw too much disrespect on Matt Ryan, and this is essentially karma you motherfuckers are getting for it. You learn in the hard way. Shoot.
But yeah, you're right. But we got too many. You know what, man? We got too many games left, man, to be in this situation right here, boy.
Yeah.
This gonna be a tough finish.
Hey. Yeah. Definitely. Mm. Let's see. Man, hey. CPG, I know you saw what your team did. Shoot. I know you saw what your team did. Hey, and here he is right now. And I was gonna say, I know you saw what your team did.
I was coming to see what happened in y'all's game. I ain't seen the
Hey
game.
man, hey, we lost. That's all you gotta know. You lose to the Jets, you know it was bad.
Yeah, I heard y'all lost, but I was like, how in the fuck did y'all manage to lose to the Jets?
Hey, special teams, defense, poor coaching, it all
Did
trickles
they
down.
they have Taylor playing at quarterback or Fields?
Yeah, it was Taylor.
Apparently we all been saying his name wrong for years.
Mm.
Baker Mayfield said his name's pronounced Tyrod Taylor, not Tyrod.
Hey, but hey, how you feeling about your team?
I'm proud of them. They beat what I think is the best team in the fucking
Hey,
conference.
it's y'all signature win, man. They the best team in the league. It's signature win for y'all.
Our fan base was actually talking about that this past week on one of the Panthers live streams. We were like, this could be a signature win. But
Hey.
I'm more impressed that Stafford hadn't thrown a pick since in like
Oh,
10
y'all's
weeks.
defense was all over him.
He hadn't thrown a pick in 10 weeks and gave us two of them.
Yeah. Hey, I saw a little bit of the stat line. It looked like Bryce made some big plays.
Bryce had a good game. He was
Yeah.
he was making some good throws.
Hey, they
That's what
going.
kills me about Bryce. He'll have a game like that, and then he'll have a game like last Monday where it's like, dude, where's all of the clutch throws at?
Hey, um, never
Our
thought.
defense helped us out a lot, though.
Oh yeah. Hey, y'all are playing y'all style of football.
I told somebody earlier, it's kind of crazy nobody's talking about how we went from like one of the worst defenses in NFL history last year to being as decent of a defense as we are now.
Hey, y'all sure have.
I'm just proud of them, man. But I also kind of expected it because I was telling somebody I was like it'd be the most Panthers thing ever to lose to the Niners and beat the Rams. And I swear, if I don't know this team better than I know myself,
Hey, Dirty, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Because you was on mute, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, like we said, hey, we probably going. Wouldn't it be something for us to beat Tampa in a couple weeks? We'll help the Panthers out with their little playoff run.
they barely survived Arizona today.
Yeah.
That was what I looked at after we won. I was like, what did Tampa do? And I was like, fuck.
Hey.
It's gonna end up we're gonna have to beat Tampa when we play them, bro.
Yeah. Hey, y'all do it. Shoot. Y'all got some games that's going to be in prime time to end the year, probably. Hey, I'm.
I told you,
Who
didn't
do
I? I
y'all
said
play the week
the
before the
way it's
last
going,
week
I
of the?
think they're gonna flex that last game.
Who do you all play the week before the last week of the year?
Seattle.
Man,
Our last 3 weeks. Our last 3 weeks are Tampa, Seattle, Tampa.
is there a time set on that Seattle game?
They haven't scheduled a date for the last 2 weeks.
Mmm.
Yeah. So
Hey,
we don't
don't
know when we're playing Seattle or Tampa the second time.
dirty. Don't we play the Rams the second to last week of the year?
I'm not sure.
I.
Yeah, it's got to be down there.
Hey, and that's a money. Hey, man, I kind of want to. I kind of wish they'd
Y'all
honestly
gotta
flex our
y'all
game to
gotta
the
be playing the
Rams.
Saints the last game of the year.
Yeah, we
Yeah, the
are.
Saints last.
Yeah, because I was like, if we're playing the Bucks, I know y'all playing the Saints.
And I'm saying
I
they
don't know
kind of need
why.
to. They need to
I
get
don't know
us the
why we
fuck.
always end in the season with division
Yeah,
games in the South.
they need to get us the fuck up out of prime time. That the game against. I mean, the Rams will probably keep us up in there because of how good they are, but they need to get us the
They'll
fuck up out of
probably
prime time, and they need to
they'll
put
probably
y'all up in
flex it.
there. Yeah, they need to
Yeah, they'll
put
probably
y'all up in
flex.
that game, man.
Even if it's not us, they'll probably flex a different game.
Because hey, y'all have earned it, man. Hey, y'all fucking have a good team this year.
And we got the bye week, so I ain't got to worry about losing next week.
And you going into the bye week on a big win. Hey,
And we play the Saints after the bye week.
shoot.
And I need some revenge on the fucking Saints.
Hey, listen, y'all are man. Y'all, I'm gonna say it right now, y'all gonna win the fucking division.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
play
know,
the
man. I'm
Rams
not.
Yeah.
on the
I'm not
29th.
gonna. I'm not gonna jinx us.
Hey, y'all.
I'm not. I ain't gonna say shit.
Hey, y'all.
Man,
Listen.
I told you. I've been telling you all year. The most wins we've had in a season under David Tepper is 7. We tied it today. We got a chance to finally be better.
Y'all are playing with that. Y'all are playing with that lightning in a bottle this year. This that
I
little bit of
will
that.
say, we finally got a coach because
Yeah. This is
we won 5 games last year as his first year as a coach, and we've improved. That's what a head coach is
this
supposed
is
to
that
do.
magical season for y'all this year,
A
man.
head coach is supposed to make you a little better every year.
Yeah. Hey, this that magical season for y'all. I think it's set up for y'all to go up in there the last week and steal the division from Tampa.
It'll feel good for sure because it's been a long time since we've even been in the playoffs.
Mm.
And what's worse is when you think about it in our scenario, it's like, man, not only have we not been to the playoffs since 2017, but the last team that beat us in the playoffs was the fucking Saints.
Hey, that's right. Yeah.
And I think that was the first time we ever played a fucking division opponent in the playoffs. And I hated it that year. I was like, I don't like playing division teams in the playoffs because you know how the NFC South is.
Hey, you play a team 3 times a year, anything can happen, especially in that third matchup.
Yeah, because if we're a wild card team, we're probably playing like Philly or Green Bay or something.
Hey, man, I just wish we could be like y'all, be contending for the playoffs right now.
Hopefully, if we make it and Tampa makes it, we don't have to play Tampa at
Mm.
any point.
Hey, oh, what's going on with
I
this
don't
game?
know. I think Tampa's walking on thin ice, though. If you ask me,
Oh yeah,
Baker's
Tampa.
already hurt.
Yeah, Tampa ain't
If
playing that
if
good.
Baker takes one big hit the wrong way,
He's done,
Teddy Bridgewater's their quarterback for the rest of the year.
and he ain't in shape.
I just thought it was crazy because this is the same Rams team that whooped Tampa's ass.
That well, hey, It's the NFL, man. Anything can happen. But shoot, you got.
Nah,
I
this
always
just been a
say,
weird season, man. It's like y'all beat the Bills, didn't you? And then the Bills
yeah,
whooped our ass.
uh huh. Well, hey, y'all are a better team than us, though. But I mean, yeah, that was pretty weird, man. That Bills game.
It's been a weird season in general, man. It feels like it's anybody's year.
Yeah, hey, I'm just, see, that's what makes me bummed out at the same time that we're not, at least competing this year. Because this is that type of year where if you could just sneak in and get a little fire, man, you could probably catch anyone.
Yeah, this is one of the few years where the media is not like this team is the greatest team. Like usually it's one team they ride their fucking nuts all year.
Hey, it was getting ready to be the Rams, but when y'all beat them today, man, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't, man, listen, I don't know if, people got confidence in New England.
I don't think that there's a truly dominant team this year. I
No.
think every team can be beat.
Mm-mm.
We've seen that all year. Every team in the league is beatable this year.
Yeah.
There's nobody running away with anything right now.
Mm.
I like it that way because
Hey, yeah,
man,
that's how it's supposed to be.
most of the last 8 years it's been Kansas City, Philadelphia, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Except I guess except that year the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Hey, and then Tampa won that one year.
And what a disgrace! Tampa got to win the Super Bowl in their own stadium during COVID.
with Brady.
Hey, I know
I
they
thought
were.
that was. I was like, of course, the first time a team ever plays at home in the Super Bowl is during a fucking year where fans can't even really be at the game.
Hey, didn't they had those cardboard cutouts back then, didn't they?
That was weird that year, especially in the NBA. You see just cardboards of people sitting in the seats.
Hey, yeah,
I thought that shit was weird. I was like, nah, we need real people back in there, man.
yeah.
If that year taught anybody anything about sports, it was that fans are a big part of why that shit's entertaining.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
That's why I hate when people get on me for saying we. They're like, you don't play on the team. Well, I financially support the team, don't I?
That's what I've been telling people. Like, I go to games, man. I got an investment in the shit, so I got a right to be mad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we buy merch, we buy tickets. I'm saying we.
Yeah, like I got a right to be mad about this shit too. Like, I ain't listen. I ain't saying because you can't go to games. I understand that. I listen. I understand there's some people that like to sit around and they like to be on their TVs all the time. I'm not listen. I understand that's the easy way to live life, but if you ain't out here and you're not spending money, you're not investing in the team. See, that's why all these people that are saying essentially that you need to boycott the team when you ain't been to a fucking game to begin with. You don't know actually your way around the bins. You ain't never bought a jersey for yourself or any of that. I don't want to. You can shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your ass talk. Your opinion means nothing to me compared to someone like Dirty. Cause
Well,
man, listen.
I was told I'm a customer.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Hey, no, we're not customers. We invest in the team. We invest our time.
Well,
We invest.
that was said by a guy that won't even go across town to go to a game
Hey, there's a lot of them like that
and has
though.
a podcast.
Yeah, hey, there's a lot of them like that though.
Man,
Just
I,
just to cover up what they're not doing. I'm not knocking them for not going to the game,
Yeah,
but my
but
thing is don't speak on what I'm doing and
yeah, hey,
don't downplay what I'm doing.
especially and man, them tickets really ain't expensive either, man. And hey, they
Yeah.
got them $2 hot dogs, man. You can eat on a fucking budget like a king at the bend. And your ass still won't go. You can take Marta. Man, these motherfuckers got it set and they still won't do it.
Yep.
People also don't realize, man. Fans have a bigger outcome on the game than like non-sports fans realize. Because I've been at games where the crowd is bringing the team back in the game because you can see the players reacting to us getting loud.
Yeah.
And I've been at games where we're booing the fuck out the team, and you could tell they don't give a fuck. That was the game where Baker Mayfield was our quarterback, and we lost to the Cardinals. We were booing the shit out of Baker.
Yeah, hey, body language says a lot.
That's another reason the Bucks games are like more personal for me now because I was one of the people booing Baker, and I'll tell you that right now. He cried about it in the media the week after, but I can show you clips of him missing wide open receivers, getting a ball batted at the line. He played like shit. You think we're going to cheer for you?
The time is now 9 p.m.
I don't know a single NFL fan base is going to watch their team play like shit and cheer for it.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah,
Even
hey,
Browns fans would have booed that shit.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, shoot. But hey, when you get to go to these games and you're investing money into this shit, you gotta
It's not just
understand.
money. That's emotional investment,
Emotional
time. You're
time, man. You're investing a time. It's a
and you're giving like
sacrifice,
you're giving like 3 hours at least of your Sunday to that fucking team.
man. And hey, you doing it, 17 times a year.
Exactly. And I've been doing it most of my life, every year.
That's how I've been too.
I remember
Man, I
being a
got
little
listen.
kid watching football and
That's
basketball all
how
the
I
time.
am. I got memories of me, my father, my grandfather sitting around. It was, too early in Matt Ryan's career, man. Early watching the Falcons.
Yeah, you make me feel old sometimes, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not even that old
Hey.
because I was a kid when the Hornets relocated to New Orleans. I remember being bummed about that.
Yeah.
And then we got the Bobcats, and they were terrible.
Mm. 6. Ooh.
The Hornets
Damn,
are
that was a
kind of
bad
doing
throw.
what the Panthers are doing right now. They're finally starting to draft some good young pieces.
So hey, what you saying? The Charlotte's on the come up.
Maybe in a year or two.
Mm.
Lamelo wants out now,
No, I'm
but I'm
talking
like,
about
dude,
y'all
you
city in general.
no. I mean, I would hope so. I feel like our sports teams are fucking cursed, but I get the same sentiment from a lot of Falcons fans.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, we're definitely cursed.
Except maybe the Braves since that World Series, but before that, I was like, man, we just won the World Series 4 years ago.
Uh, honestly, man, honestly, dude, like, I even think that was just lightning. A lot of moments, man, are lightning in the bottle in sports. That was one of them.
Yeah, but it's not like the Braves have never won a World Series before.
No, no, it ain't. But hey, I'll take. Listen, sometimes you need that lightning in the bottle, and a lot of teams like the fucking Falcons haven't even gotten that.
But that was my point though, because the Braves have won championships. I think are the Hawks and the Falcons not in the same boat as the Panthers and the Hornets? We ain't, neither one of them have won a championship.
Man, the Hawks won a championship back when they were in some town like Milwaukee back in the 50s or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. I don't think Atlanta's ever won an NBA title.
No, Atlanta's never won an NBA title. Never. Atlanta's seen a couple of World Series, two of them, and that's it.
Have y'all been to the finals ever?
No, the Hawks have never
Neither
been
have.
to the finals. I think.
See, see what I mean? That's the I-85 curse. We've never even been past the second round of the playoffs in the NBA.
Man, I don't know what the fuck needs to be done to lift this damn curse. And I don't care if it stays on y'all. I just need it to be lifted off of
And I
us.
and that was like the '90s when we beat the damn Boston Celtics on that buzzer beater.
Oh yeah, cause hey, the Hornets, man. When was the when was the last time the Hornets even went to the playoffs?
Uh, when Kemba Walker and Dwayne Wade were having that fucking shootout series back and forth.
And what year was that?
I want to say 2018, 2019, 2017, somewhere in
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, it's been a hey. That's around the last time the
Before
Falcons.
2020,
Hey,
sometime.
that's the last time the Falcons were in the playoffs. Around there.
Because if you ask me, and I'm sure people are going to say, oh, that's just because you're a Hornets fan. I really think the refs fucking helped Miami win that series. Because I told everybody back then, I was like, if we don't win this game in Charlotte and the series goes back to Miami, we're fucked.
Yeah.
And we lost that game in Charlotte and then lost the series in Miami. I, I don't know if you noticed, I don't even care about y'all's team in the NBA. I usually don't. Unless it's the Braves, I say fuck all Atlanta teams usually. But in NBA, I don't really care. I hate the Miami Heat more than anybody in the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I can't fucking stand the Heat, man. They always fuck Charlotte's hopes and dreams up every fucking time we start doing something.
Hey, wise man. Hey, Steak Shapiro. The Falcons lost to maybe the worst team in the NFL, dropping passes, fumbling kickoffs, giving up huge plays, and just looking exactly like a 4-8 team should look like. This is who they are. This is how they coach. This is now time to show the fans this is unacceptable. Will they? Who the fuck knows? Hey, but listen. I also think that, man, when you get the right coach, that this is the thing about coaching. It don't take it really don't take. See, this is why in a lot of cases, if your ass goes 3 years without making the playoffs, man, they're gonna get you out of there. A good coach, it don't take 5 years to finally fucking get it. They have that shit by the third year. That's why I do think we got rid of Arthur Smith. And we better get rid of Raheem because Raheem has already been a coach and should know what the fuck it takes. And the bullshit we're seeing right now is essentially just an insult to fans.
I'm telling you, man, it's looking more like Atlanta Falcons Incorporated,
Mm.
not a sports franchise. But
Hey,
we keep
yeah,
making the
hey,
same.
it's
We
just a
we
bunch
keep
of people that look interested in protecting their buddies.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that is hurting us too. At this point, I think a lot of those coaches are too busy trying to see. They're concerned about how things look for them to keep their
Yeah,
jobs.
they're too concerned about making connections and stuff and trying to leech onto other people instead of doing what they need to do to put the team in the best position to win.
And I think Raheem tried to, and I
And
didn't come
see,
up with this. I heard somebody else say this that he was trying to form his own coaching
oh, he
tree.
definitely was. Yeah, he's definitely the type of motherfucker to do that. But the thing with Raheem, he don't call plays, especially this year. He don't call plays. The only thing Raheem really has to do is manage the clock. But see, as far as like actual in game goes, but see, man, Raheem sets the tone. He sets the tone for what the team looks like. He sets the tone with how the team moves, all that. The position that Raheem is in as a coach is that, and this is for every head coach, but with Raheem especially as a coach, his body language, as is with every other NFL coach, it's passed on to the team. The energy he gives off, passed on to the team. And man, even if you do got some legit players, if they see through Raheem, man, they ain't gonna play for him. They're gonna play to try to get this motherfucker fired. Man, I don't man, listen. I don't think you got a lot of guys here that really want to keep Raheem around. I think the stuff we saw back that 1 year where Quinn was able to save his job by having a strong finish to the year, man, a lot of those guys, you still had a good bit of guys who were on the Super Bowl team that year and had that
Yeah.
experience with Quinn. They've never had the most experience they've had with Raheem like that was a Thursday night win against Tampa. That's the biggest win Raheem has gotten. That and the win versus Buffalo, the win against Philly. A couple of solid wins in prime time, and that's it. Never nothing meaningful. Never nothing that actually makes a difference. No playoff appearance. No playoff victory. That's why, man. To these guys, man, Raheem ain't shit, and a lot of these guys ain't even Raheem's guys.
Hey, look, and he'll point out all of that in the next couple of weeks.
So you think he gonna try to throw everything under the bus to keep his job?
Hey, man, Raheem's good, man. He's probably one of the best interviewing coaches out there.
Hey, well, what we talking about? Like a fucking true politician.
Yep, selling cars.
He should run for office next year. No, I ain't
The
even.
only thing, the only thing I don't like about Raheem is with all of that he got, he don't use enough sense to surround himself with competent staff.
No, it's not rational thinking. It's false
Like it's gonna
prophecy.
take away from him.
Yeah, Raheem is the type of guy who he lives in a false prophecy.
That's the only thing that I don't get about him. You know, you be the guy. I would be delegating, man. I would be getting some guys in there, and they would be strong in their positions, and I would just have to oversee everything. And if I was trying to build a tree, I would pull some guys in and say, "Look, man, you guys gonna have to start in the mail room. I'm
Yeah,
gonna bring you up in a couple of years, but I need to get some. I need to establish a winning culture here,
that's how
and
it.
it's gonna
That's how
take a
it
few
should have
years."
went.
Yeah,
That's how it should have went. And especially, man, what was one of the big things that we heard about Raheem coming in here? He was a players coach, right? Didn't
players
didn't
coach,
they say
but
he was a players coach?
yeah,
Okay, so and everyone around the league respected him. That's another thing we heard. There was not a bad thing anyone could say about Raheem. He built a great reputation ever since being let go in Tampa. So okay, and I get at the time Ulbrich wasn't available. I'm sure if Ulbrich became available, that man Raheem probably would have brought him on then as defensive coordinator, and maybe last year would have been able to go a little differently. Man, you telling me that you couldn't have gotten some veteran offensive mind to come up in here?
that's what I'm thinking.
And
I,
even
I
out
didn't
of
I didn't
all,
get it.
and even man, look, if maybe it wasn't someone who'd been a head coach or even a coordinator, out of all people he could have chosen, he chose a freaking PFF analyst, a
Right.
guy who worked with PFF that he knew for 1 year on the Rams. To
And you know he goes by analytics.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So he don't think for himself.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. You got too many guys up in. And let me tell you something. They want to be geniuses. They want to create their own way of winning. But how they're creating their own way of winning is that they're relying on the basic statistical information.
Oh shit, my bad. My bad, bro.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm at work and I actually had to do my job.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, you doing your job. You talking the shit. That's how it goes sometimes.
Well, the Hawks won. They went into two overtimes. They won.
They didn't win.
Yeah, up
All
in
right.
Philadelphia.
Wow.
I did a damn fine job. I did.
Wow. This is something. Wow. Yeah, man. Hey, it's been a year from hell. That's what I said a couple weeks ago after the loss to the Panthers. It's been the year from hell for this team, and honestly, I don't I don't know. The only way I truly think it gets better is, and I'm talking in the short run. The only way it gets better, you're gonna have you're gonna have to hit on this next coaching hire. It's gonna have to be a diamond in the rough too. It's probably gonna end up having to be a guy that we don't recognize a whole lot.
You never know, man. Sometimes you just got to take a chance on a coach.
That's what's happened a lot. Hey, that's what you notice, man. Sometimes that's just what you gotta do. That's what a lot of men. If you notice something about this league, some of these teams, man. Hey, the Rams took a chance on Sean McVay. The Lions took a chance on Campbell. I mean,
I mean, yeah.
yeah. I mean, look.
Even
Sometimes,
though the Lions were already familiar with him because he played for the Lions.
yeah. But I mean, look. They didn't know how he was going to turn out as a coach, as a leader of
I mean,
men.
that's fair. That's fair because our general manager used to play linebacker for us, and I needed proof that he knew how to be a general manager.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
just because you played in the league, don't mean you are going to
it
be
don't
good in
mean
the
you can
front
manage.
office.
Yeah. Hey, that's so. I mean, it's like I say, man. It sometimes listen. You just gotta. It's gonna be a guy you don't expect, and it's gonna be a year you don't expect. Maybe that's what needs to
I
happen.
mean,
Maybe it's just
our
going.
best coach in franchise history, he'd never been a head coach before.
Hey, yeah. I mean, look. That is where I say most of the time, man. These second and third time head coaches, they don't. A lot of times, sometimes they may work. A lot of the time, they don't work.
And the thing with taking chances on like rookie head coaches is you get like new and fresh ideas. If you hire somebody who's been the head coach for 4 or 5 other NFL teams, he's gonna do shit the same
He's
way
going to
he's
do the
always
same
done it.
shit. Yeah, same shit. See, that's where I at least think,
That's why I
man.
think Sean McVay is so damn good at what he does because he's one of the younger coaches that he is constantly adapting to the league changing.
Hey, that's the thing. Yeah, you got to be able to adapt too if you want to make it long term. But man, you can worry about that
The
later
old
on.
coaches are set in their ways and they I don't know if they don't want to or they can't figure out how to adapt to the modern game.
Yeah, we see that a lot. We're seeing that a lot, man. But hey, that's just. But you just need to get that guy in here, and he's got to obviously. And see, I think that was the thing with Arthur Smith, man. Even is you. I honestly don't even think it was a bad process. Go when you
I
hired
think
Arthur
y'all should
Smith
go after
in
y'all should go
itself.
after like a Joe Brady or
That's
something.
honestly, man. I could see it being a Joe. Man, I don't know if you knew Dirty. I was real high on Joe Brady when we hired Arthur Smith.
Wow.
And honestly, I think if Fontenot would have had his choice of coach,
I
man,
mean,
I got a post from years back. I don't even know if you've seen it, CPG. I think it was actually I think it was like on Instagram. Matter of fact, I literally called for Fontenot and Joe Brady to be our new head coach and general manager. That's who I wanted. I was all
Well,
right when we got Arthur Smith, but I always kind of wanted Joe Brady. I felt
I'll
like,
tell you something about Joe Brady. He ended up being one of Matt Rule's scapegoats. But if you remember that stretch, what 3 or 4 years ago when we brought Cam Newton back at the end of the season, there's the game when we played Washington, Cam Newton's first start back as a Panther.
yeah,
Joe Brady was telling Cam Newton the reads for every play as he'd walk up to the line of scrimmage because Cam didn't know the playbook. Joe Brady was telling him all that live and trying to be quick before the mic cut out and
yeah.
everything. And Cam had a damn good game. That's why I was like, I don't think Joe Brady's a bad coordinator or a coach. I just, like I said, I think Matt Rule made him the scapegoat.
But hey, I'm gonna also say, I think one of the things about you know that man is you got to think though. Joe Brady. I don't know if you even realize this, Dirty. We've interviewed Joe Brady twice for this position, and we decided not to hire him. What the fuck do you think a third man? Joe Brady sees a third time. He may not even interview with us because he's already interviewed twice, and he's gonna ask himself, why the hell is that I'm interviewing for y'all for the third time in 6 years? What the fuck makes me think that I'm gonna come over to y'all and in 3 years I'm not gonna be out on the street again?
That's what I'm talking about. The blowback from getting rid of Raheem.
Well, no, 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 no.
You
You
might, you know what I'm saying?
well, hold on. Raheem's going regard. What the longer you put off getting rid of Raheem, the worse it's going to get because the more time is wasted. So that's a thing that I fear that could happen with Joe Brady. Is he's going now? Maybe they'll know Joe Brady familiar enough, and man, Joe Brady, man, listen, to get hired with the Falcons, just as with any job, you got to be able to sweet talk. And Raheem was able to sweet talk his way into this job. Maybe Joe Brady will know by the third time how to sweet talk his way into the job.
I think Raheem more than likely will get fired next season quicker than he
Oh,
would this season.
and we waste a whole other year essentially is what we're going to do.
It's gonna be a waste either way.
I understand it'll be a waste either way, but I would at least try to come in and try to get some stuff established next year with the new guy, then just let this motherfucker rot out next year.
See
That's
that?
where. But hey, you got a point. Next year is a wasted year, and especially I. But see, I think if you bring Raheem back, you're telling everyone that next year's a wasted year, and then that's going to make a lot of people ask, why the hell should I even show up?
If you let him go, you're saying that you're saying it's wasted either way, man. It's just I'm more interested in the offensive coordinator
Well, listen,
position. That's what
what
I'm looking for.
what I get. He listen. He did all right with Ulbrich. What makes you think though he's going to get this offensive guy right? Who? I mean, look, McDaniel very well might be saving his job up in Miami right now.
I think Terry would have a lot to do with it, more to do with it this year.
Nah, I can't. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I can't do another year of these folks. I really,
Oh, I
really
don't want
can't.
him. I'm going on. I'm not going on how I feel about him. I'm putting it. I got that on in the cabinet over there. I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of me, what I got to do, and that'll be the best of the worst case scenario for me. That gone, and let Raheem stay, and Terry.
Well, I mean, I made it clear. I just, man. One thing about me is this is okay. I'm the type of guy that don't tell me the obvious. Essentially, I'm that type of guy. Don't tell me the obvious. It's like with Raheem. I get sick of him saying every week, We got to find a way to win. I know we got to find a way to win, motherfucker. I know that. So so actually stop talking and start doing. I'm sick of people that say the obvious. The other thing is that, man, if you're just telling me that that we're wasting at something, why should I even care? If we're telling me there's no purpose behind it other than we just gotta do it, why should? And listen, I love the Atlanta Falcons. I do love the team, love the team. No, no matter how bad the team got, I would probably never stop supporting it. But the pessimism aspect is going to keep growing. Not just with me, but with a lot of other people in this fan base, to the point that, man, listen, it might start to become unsufferable. And the last thing you need is that toxicity growing more and more when you got an opportunity to remove it right now.
We'll see.
Damn, yeah, they flagged his ass. Washington's about to score and take the lead.
What was the penalty?
And they called it an unnecessary roughness.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, hey, it's just it's stupid shit. That's what kills teams. Yeah, touchdown.
Oh, okay. They got this guy, but Benito, whatever his name
Hey,
is.
Washington's showing some fight. They showing some fight, man. But
But
see
see,
that
they're 3-8. They're 3-8. So nobody's really huffing and puffing about them guys.
well,
And look who their head coach is.
I understand that, but they just came off an NFC Championship appearance and their quarterback's hurt. This is kind of if they come out next year with the same energy, there might be some more eyeballs. But man, just because they had that run last year, everyone automatically kind of no matter how this year went, they bought themselves at least 2 more years. Raheem don't got any of that Raheem's got a blown 6-3 start to last season to stand behind. That's it.
Well, they scored. So
Mm, yeah.
then you got Mariota. He's starting. Well, because of Daniels is he. They probably don't even bring him back this season.
They've been talking about they may. They've been talking about they might.
What?
Yeah. Mm. Ah.
I don't know. I don't know
All
what
right. I
happened.
want to ask. All right, Dirty. I want to ask you something because I know you were talking about two and impossible, but I
Hmm.
want to the final 5 games, man. We got Seattle at home next Sunday. Then we got at Tampa that following Thursday. Then we're at Arizona that Sunday after. Then we got the Rams game. That's still scheduled for a Monday night as of right now, the 29th. Then we got the Saints the final week of the year. How you think Seahawks is a winner or loss?
Lost.
At Tampa, winner or loss?
Lost.
Hmm.
We're not gonna beat Tampa.
All right. At Arizona, winner or loss?
We may pull that one off.
All right. Now remember, we don't play well out there, but you saying we may?
Two and a possible.
All right.
We've only won one.
Rams at home.
I think they're gonna come back over here and make up for that Carolina loss. So
gonna smack us around.
I think they're gonna come in. Now it depends. Do you think? I think Carolina kind of messed it up for us as far as them sitting some of their starters.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
I
Yeah,
was hoping that
The
was gonna
NFC
happen.
is wide open.
Right. Okay.
So I
So even with that, they probably wouldn't sit their starters that late in the season.
no, they don't sit their starters.
Only if they got the number one seed locked up.
And I was hoping that would happen.
Yeah.
That we probably would have a chance.
I think they still are the number one seed, though.
No,
Yeah,
it's
they're number one
Chicago.
seed.
Actually, it's Chicago. I think.
Oh yeah, with that loss. Yeah, with that loss, they
Yeah.
Chicago I think took over.
Oh, they got the same record, though, don't they?
Yeah, but hey, Chicago's got that tiebreaker. All right, so you think the Rams come in here and smack us up? Though is what you're saying.
I think they're gonna come back over here and
All right, and
they're gonna come over here
the
and take over
Saints at
that.
the end of the year.
That's the look. I guess that'll be my last possible. Two and a possible.
You think it's a win or a loss?
Mm, it's hard to say, man.
Them division games are tough to
Yeah,
pick,
that's why
man.
it's hard. It's tough, bro.
Nobody knows you like your division opponents know you.
And man, that's a final week of the year.
That's how the Saints got us, man.
Hey,
We play all of y'all 2 times a
yeah,
year.
that's going to be the final week of the year. I don't think really, and that's going to be a game of just man.
The Saints will be playing for pride. Y'all got to
Yeah,
decide if you playing for next year or not.
that's going. Well, I mean, yeah, or
You
they'll
want to
be.
go in the next season with some positive momentum by winning, though.
Yeah, but I mean, are we going? See, that's the thing, man. Are we gonna even have pride to play with? Maybe if Raheem isn't here and those players realize essentially at that point that because man, listen, if they keep Raheem here up until the final week, even if they do fire him on Black Monday, you got to understand there's going to be a little bit of a is he staying or not. There's going to be so much uncertainty around that. It's going to be hard for them to focus on that game. Whereas if Raheem is gone, man, I think a lot of those players will go in saying, "Listen, none of us are guaranteed uh, to be here next year, and things could easily go sideways for all of us. We still got families we got to take care of. We got to come out. We got to play for ourselves, especially if it's an interim. A lot of those guys will probably be playing to be on different teams next year. So yeah, we may win that game because the Saints I think kind of understand what they are. The Saints went into the season essentially understanding they were competing for a top draft pick. So yeah, I think we probably would probably win that. That might actually be it though. I don't even know if we'll win another game besides that. We might. I said earlier we might beat Tampa on Thursday. I don't even know if that's gonna happen. I really don't because we never play well out in Arizona either.
New Orleans has got the number 2 overall pick right now.
Well, man, they ain't a good quarterback either.
Oh, and by the way, that's a turnaround from the Seattle game to the Buccaneers.
Oh yeah.
That's a quick turnaround.
You think Seattle's gonna smack us in the mouth next Sunday, or you think we might keep it close and find a way to fuck up in the end like we always do?
I think it might take them a drive or two to get dialed in from the flight, but I got a feeling that Seattle's going to play as advertised.
So you saying by like the third quarter they gonna start laying it in on us?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think they started out a little slow today.
Well, I mean, hey, they listen. That's gonna be the thing. They coming off a big win. They just shut a team out. It's gonna be very hard. And man, at the end of the day, Kirk is still there. My thinking is, if we now if we end up firing do if we do end up firing Raheem, I think the outlook of that game might change somewhat. We might be able to keep it close. Man, if it's Raheem, man, we'll probably end up losing by like, two touchdowns or something like that. 10 points, somewhere around there.
Them boys shut out the Vikings.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, look at who's at quarterback. That's another thing that really, I think, affects a lot of it.
Oh. Hmm. He only well, Sam Donald only threw for 128 yards, so maybe they must have been a defensive game.
Oh, yeah. Nah, their defense was dialed in today. They had 4 picks on that boy. Yeah.
Oh, okay, the defense did pretty good, and they kicked a few
But, hey, I'm going to say
field goals.
the only way I think that, the thing is this the only way I'm going to really even I guess you could say find a way to look forward to next season just to see what it looks like is if we have a new coach. If it's Raheem here, man, it's going to be very hard to look forward to anything next season. Because then after the coach, we got to figure out well who's our starting quarterback week 1.
So if we got a seasoned offensive coordinator, you wouldn't feel better about the team next year offensively.
Man, because then who's going to be. So are you telling me with a seasoned offensive coordinator and then you bring someone like Mac Jones up in here, you think things could be better?
Of course, yeah, yeah.
How better?
First year, we'll at least match what we were doing.
Okay,
Um,
that ain't enough.
Well, I don't. What are y'all looking for, really? Because I know up until this year, I've just been looking for us to be competitive.
Man, hey,
right.
listen. I'm just looking for us to get in the playoffs. I'm looking for us to get in the playoffs. I don't care if we at this point, man.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
care if we win or not. I just want to get in the playoffs and then we'll go from there.
I know that that's been the Panthers and Falcons' goal for a long time, but I'm saying me as a fan, getting back to the playoffs has been my main thing. But for the last few years, I've just wanted us to be competitive again. Like go into games and look like an NFL team and not get our asses
Oh yeah,
kicked like we
absolutely. I
were.
mean, yeah, that's a foregone conclusion. I want
Like
us.
think about 2023. We got our asses beat in a lot of those games.
Yeah, that's a foregone conclusion. I want us to look like an NFL team. Man, what I really want us to stop doing is stop doing the stupid shit that are literally low lights. That honestly make you an embarrassment to the NFL with how stupid it is. I mean, I'm talking about special team stuff. I'm talking about the stupidity within the play calling. I'm talking about stuff like that. I want all that cut out, man.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me yesterday the NFC South is the worst division in football.
Hey, it's looking like the AFC North right now. I don't think anyone wants
Well,
to win that
no,
division.
out of all the divisions, I think we're the only ones where the division leader is fucking about as bad as the rest of the division.
Well, nah, man, the AFC North.
I
That's
mean,
a.
Tampa's keeping us alive.
Oh man, no,
right.
I mean, look, y'all got a big win today, man. Y'all are keeping yourselves alive.
I need to see what Tampa's schedule is.
They play the Aints next week.
That's fucking lovely.
Yeah. Hey, Dirty man, what time you thinking you gonna get up and get up there next Sunday?
Well, if I go
Damn, I
by
don't.
myself, it's probably gonna be early. It
Mm,
depends on um how I travel.
I
mm.
really don't know how many more games Tampa's gonna lose. They got the Saints, y'all, us, Miami, and us.
But here's the thing: y'all control y'all
Exactly.
own destiny.
Yeah.
Well, I know in terms of us, we control our own destiny because if we beat the Bucks at least one time, we're in a good spot.
Oh yeah,
If we can sweep them, we win the division.
yeah.
But I don't see us sweeping Tampa.
Tampa's
Tampa's
fair.
gonna get us in one of those games.
And you might need to hope that's the first one. Actually,
Yeah, the first one's in Charlotte. The season finale's in Tampa.
yeah. Now, hey, look. I mean, that's been a very weird year, man. Y'all might be able to sweep them.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of faith in the Saints helping us out.
Mm.
Nah.
But that's what I'm going to be watching next week since we ain't playing. I'll be seeing what the rest of the division is doing.
Oh, hey, y'all gonna see us get smacked
I
up
I
on?
wouldn't even turn. I wouldn't even look at the score from the Falcons in Seattle.
Yeah, cause
I
we're
mainly want to
irrelevant.
watch the Tampa and New Orleans game
Oh yeah, no,
Right.
we're fucking irrelevant.
because if New Orleans can upset them motherfuckers, we're on a bye week, so I mean that helps us out a lot. I'd rather the Saints upset the Bucks because we play them the week after that, and if we get the Saints feeling good about themselves, we could beat them. I'd rather not play like a pissed off Saints team after the Bucks whoop their ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I've always hated the Saints a little bit more than any of the teams in the division,
Mm.
just because of the way their teams ran and their fans as a combination of all that, man.
Yeah, there's some
The
annoying pricks.
the fact that they was in cap hell for like over a decade and was still able to bring in good players.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They doing that fucking voodoo magic down there in the bayou,
Yeah.
man.
Mm. Well, yeah, I don't listen. Once
And
again,
y'all
it's
got y'all got who again?
oh, we got Seattle.
Oh, yeah. I'm not looking forward to us playing Seattle either.
Shoot, hey,
So Sam Darnold's he's had a couple of games where he looked like the Sam Darnold that played in Carolina, but he still looks a lot more like last year in Minnesota Sam Darnold.
yeah, damn. Did Denver get this turnover? If they did, this gonna be a big swing.
I
All
think
right, well,
Sam Darnold
Washington
just
got that
finally
ball.
found
All right.
his Darnold just finally found his confidence, man.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
think he was feeling like he
he
was
got the
done.
right coach. Hey, there's
He's
nothing else to
his
say.
first few teams in the league. He played on bad teams with bad coaches. Like when he came here, we had Matt Rule, bad coach. We were a bad team.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to get that right coach with those guys, man.
And I don't even remember who the Seahawks coach is.
McDonald.
Who did the Seahawks play today?
Man, they fucking beat up on Minnesota.
Shut them out.
Yeah.
They shut out Minnesota.
Yep.
Oh, that was Sam Darnold's revenge game, though.
Well, I mean, Sam Darnold didn't really do a whole lot as a defense.
Yeah, but I'm sure the team wanted to win that game for him.
Oh yeah,
You know how that.
definitely.
You know how revenge games go in the NFL. The whole team will be like, "We're gonna win this game for you, bro."
Yeah.
And he probably felt. Sam probably felt disrespected. He was like, "Oh, so I finally play like an NFL quarterback, and y'all don't want me?"
Yeah. Hey, they look stupid not re-signing him.
I said that Minnesota was dumb for letting him walk in the off season because I've seen some flashes of Darnold when he played here. I seen a lot of dumb shit, but I also seen there was times where it was like he could make a good play. Like he knows when a play is there. It's just he fucking gets nervous when he's on a bad team. He thinks he's about to get speared in the fucking backside by a 350 plus pound man. Bryce Young does the same shit sometimes. You'll see him get happy feet, and it's like, bro, just fucking stay with your mechanics and make a good
Yeah.
throw. Because you need to be spending time with the offensive lineman or something to work out why you don't trust them motherfuckers.
Shoot. Hey.
Especially with us, because we have the most expensive offensive line in the NFL.
Oh yeah. Hey.
What did Kirk look like today?
I mean, Kirk didn't look bad. He just fucking. It wasn't enough to get it done, but man, a lot of receivers dropped passes. The special teams really cost us, so you can't put it on Kirk.
I figured not having Drake would hurt you also.
Yeah, it did today. But the thing is, man,
I think
this
Drake is easily y'all's best receiver.
shoot, what the fuck are you talking about? Who else is there?
You right. I mean, Mooney has games
Well,
every once in a while.
hey, yeah, Mooney has that one catch last week, but
I
uh, and the thing
don't
is,
think
man,
Mooney's bad.
I mean, we ran the ball well today. That's really all it should have been. It should have taken to win. But hey, sometimes in this league, shit don't go how you plan. You still need to come out ready to win. But I said, even if we would have won, this wouldn't have been an impressive win. This probably would have honestly have kind of been just one of those question mark wins. You see, the thing is, man, I said you needed to have control of this game. And when you and both teams really didn't want to control the game, but when you let the Jets have the ball last, that's when you screwed up.
Yep. And like
Oh,
I
Kirk.
said, the game was tied. So
Yeah.
why was you in a hurry to
And
score?
Bijan had a good game too.
Oh yeah.
142 yards and a tutty.
Almost had 200 yards again, both running and passing combined.
Kyle Pitts had a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts was y'all's best receiving option outside of the running backs. That's crazy.
And he trying to throw this steals, whatever his name is, at the end
Yeah,
of the game
Seals.
instead of throwing it, trying to find Pitts again late in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Seals had 2 catches for 15 yards and a touchdown. Mooney had 2 catches for 25 yards. Tompkins had 2 for 23.
He had quite a few drops too, man.
Damn, I thought Mooney would have done better than that. Shit.
No.
It's like he plays better with Drake out there than he does alone.
Well.
We haven't had much of that going on right now
Yeah.
for both of them to be healthy and on the field.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of y'all's problem too. Is y'all just keep getting banged up at the wrong time. Some seasons just be like that. Like the last time we made the playoffs, man, we got banged up at the wrong time right before the playoffs. Almost all of our wide receivers were injured. I'm not even exaggerating. We literally had dudes from the practice squad playing a playoff game.
Wow.
It just happens some years where you get hurt at the worst time fucking possible.